And hello, and welcome to episode 14 of Burning Wheel. Happy almost Halloween. We're very excited to jump into it. I am Abby. I'm the game master for this campaign, as per usual. And we will just do the normal. We'll go through everybody's bits, and then I think Logan will give us a recap of last session, and then we'll just jump straight into it. So, John, if you want to kick us off with intro stuff, go through everything.
Yeah, hey folks, I'm John and I'm playing Alphonse. His bits are beliefs. Bertrand has lost sight of the gods in his quest for Delfino to reclaim the throne, and he must see the error of his ways or go the way of Hades. Secondly, and this one's a new one, I need to get the guildmaster to see the urgency of this situation. This inbox thing is just not cool. And finally, Delfino absolutely must abdicate his throne or die. His instincts are whenever a fight breaks out, Alphonse is first to the fray. Anyone could be involved with this conspiracy, and so Alphonse is very mistrustful of just about anyone but himself, Stella, and Mia. And finally, Alphonse will attempt to call anyone out for going back on their word or beliefs. Some of his traits are smart, rabble rouser, gifted, obviously, and passionate and forced smile. And the only one who is evasive about what happened to the
I
headmistress.
think really the only one in the school at this point.
It wouldn't shock me. Well, no, everyone else is cheap. They don't care.
You haven't talked to any of them, so you don't know.
They're
There are
all
other
cheap.
students at this
Who
school?
cares about our classmates?
All you know is August, Delfino, and Ezra. That's it.
We don't even go to class.
That's true.
I think only one person in the group goes to
I've
class.
gone to class.
I think my favorite thing about
Theoretically.
Alphonse here in the end game is he's just running a political ploy, and Mia and Venus are going crazy. It's very stark contrast.
It's very
mean-
what I wanted to go with Alphonse.
Yeah,
so.
Feels
Yeah.
appropriate for every character, I think.
Yeah.
So that's Alphonse. Do I popcorn or do you pick next?
No, Logan's next.
Yeah. Venus isn't going crazy, but hello everybody. I am Logan. I'm playing Venus. My first belief is death is a beautiful thing, undeath even more so. I must obtain for myself one of these zombies. Ezra, sweet innocent Ezra, he will only distract me and I will only bring him sorrow. I must cut him off. Delfino and Valentina will marry. I must ensure that my mother benefits from this entire charade. Instincts are still the same, so when confronted with my falsehoods, I double down and deflect. In any interaction, I always have the final word, and I always put my family first before friends, allies, and even myself. Traits got a little bit longer last session.
Mm-hmm.
A forced smile, passionate, lavish taste, gifted, catamite, dangerous, misunderstood, aggressive, and death addicted. Also hard-hearted, but I've never
Also hard-hearted.
ever once used that.
What is it a call on for?
When somebody is weaseling out of an obligation, I can use it in one move in a duel of wits.
What?
Very narrow.
So you're telling me we need more duels of wits?
Yeah.
No.
Only when people are trying to get out of an obligation.
You don't have a lot of people who have obligations to you.
And also,
So-
you're more likely to weasel out of obligations.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
true.
come up with the rules, I just pick the tricks.
All right. Finally, Sean.
All right. My name is Sean, and I am playing Mia, your resident crazy witch who's already crazy, so she can't really go but so much more crazy, technically. She's been played distressingly sane. I should have probably played up the crazy earlier, but now maybe she'll really be going off the handle. But Mia's beliefs are Venus must be cured or contained. Whatever is afflicting him puts us all at risk. Number two, while Mia would be happy to never see Orestes again, the safety of its inhabitants must be secured through whatever means necessary. And despite that second belief, the third belief is Venus and Alphonse, while unreliable, are proving useful. So Mia
Oh.
will do her best to protect them if possible. There
Interesting.
you go. That's my little sprinkling of kindness with my fellow players. Instincts have not changed at all. I memorize my dreams and visions at the expense of other memories. The greater good is more important than any individual, and I sing to myself in moments of quiet and soothe myself in times of stress. Traits reveal that, I have a trait that is literally a little crazy, so I guess we could ramp that up to very crazy.
It's a little, not a lot. Okay.
Well, we're working on it because I also have disturbed in there, as well as hoarding, folksy wisdom, devout, earthen, vitriolic, gifted, dreamer, and touch of ages.
Yeah.
Whew, so many. It's too many to keep track of, to be honest.
So many.
Yeah. so many.
Logan, would you? I offered a persona to whoever did the recap, so Logan's
A
doing it, and he
persona.
gets a persona. I know, I'm very generous.
You're not the most
I think
generous
it should be a
GM.
deed.
No.
Yeah.
In the car on the way back home, though, I was like, what if I gave a deed? No.
Oh God!
You should just
moves,
throw-
Abby, big moves.
Everyone should, get one free deed just right before like the final scene or something. That way we can go real crazy.
Oh,
Maybe
okay,
I'll think
well,
about it.
let's see. Last session, the curtain opened with Venus slogging up the mountain to the guards, failing to get past them, and then going through a sewer, popping up being a swamp monster and scaring some lady, wandering around, getting found pretty much immediately, and getting taken to Delfino, where he bathed, was poisoned with death art in the opposite order because he then killed somebody and left their body there. It's fine, whatever. Then him and Delfino had a little pact where they made a plan, and Venus left for the most part. Mia did some stuff last session where she talked to Valentina at the House of Pleasures, I believe,
Yes, that was part of it.
and went
Talked
to
to
the
Stella.
castle. Not the castle, the school. She talked to Stella and convinced her that, with the help of all of the teachers, that the headmistress must be destroyed, or that she had already become a zombie, so she must be destroyed, and all of that. And then she made some beans.
I'm in the process. The beans
In the
are a
process of
process. I
making
got
the beans.
distracted by someone.
Yes, and then she got distracted by Venus, who was marching to the Under Magic Mountain School to play with some dead bodies. Alphonse
Mhm.
also went to talk to Valentina,
Mm-hmm.
and then he tried to talk to the other council members, a portion of which he was successful and a portion of which he was unsuccessful.
I think he should get half a persona point. It's not very good. He talked to Abby, the guardswoman, the head of the guard, and convinced her to help him. And then talked to Lance,
Mm-hmm.
who
Did
he
he
also
he got
kind of
guards?
convinced.
He got guards to be sent to guard Mount Magic School. Or was that the session before last?
That was the
session?
session before.
That was the session before last.
What
But
did Alphonse even do last session?
he told them about the notes that we found at Bertrand's house about Delfino taking the throne in the next couple of days, and managed to tell Captain Abby to have folks more on guard, and then got Admiral Lance involved to have his folks more on guard and to watch against the Royal Guard. And should I?
I
just wrap up my
remember.
part, Logan?
I remember. Alphonse ran a marathon with little Sean all around
True.
Orestes. It was just run, all over the place.
Yeah.
Went and woke Captain Abby up, and was very upsetting. And then ran all the way over to Captain Logan. I don't even know their.
No,
ranks
Captain
anymore.
Logan's a zombie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ran
From
over
the city
to
guard,
Lance.
or the Royal Guard.
Lance and woke him up as well because nothing can wait until the morning.
Nope.
And then he ran all the way to the Guildsmaster. Some say he's still running.
It was in the morning by the time I went to the Guildsmaster.
To this very day.
Jump cut back to the crazies, and Mia was casting a spell after she chased Venus off of dead Chrissy's body. Cast a spell to turn Venus
Into a frog.
into a frog, and
Failed miserably.
what happened, Abby?
And GM Abby, what happened?
So, I gave
Uh,
Alphonse and Mia extra fate for helping Logan.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. But Mia, as you release this spell to turn Venus into a frog, you hear like a shuffling sound behind you, and it kind of throws you off guard, and you like whip around, and your spell goes haywire. And like the entire ceiling of this like cave tunnel starts just turning into frogs and like collapsing.
It's a plague. It's a plague.
There's like hundreds of giant frogs just like falling from the ceiling and like starting to block up this cave entrance, and it does not seem like it's gonna stop anytime soon.
Okay. Do I see what the shuffling was? Was that something?
No,
Okay, it
yeah,
was just
it's just
one of my spirits distracted me.
right.
So is it blocking the way back
Yes.
towards? Okay.
I grab Mia and I run deeper into the cave.
Oh gosh. Mia is Mia's distracted and just goes with him and is like, oh my god, where are the frogs? That's not how this spell is supposed to work. I didn't know you could turn rocks into frogs. Venus,
yeah.
where are we going? Let go of me.
I'm just like in her moment of distraction, I like grab her hand or maybe like a twig in her hair and like take off toward the screaming.
Sure. The screaming is still a ways away. So you have to I think you came down here before and kind of looked at the screaming and decided it was not worth it.
Yes.
But apparently
Change
this
of
time
heart,
it
change
is
of
worth
heart.
it.
Yeah.
So you're just running down that way, and there's a couple of like roughly hewn staircases that descend farther into the cave stuff. And this like random screaming happens like maybe once every 20 to 30 seconds.
If it takes that long to get there, Mia's gonna like try and wrest herself from Venus.
Yeah.
I'm not like
And-
kidnapping you.
Yeah. But okay, then she's gonna stop again and she's gonna be like, Venus, this is a bad idea. We could get killed.
Mia, there's no way out because you frogged the place up.
Then we have to be careful and we need to be stealthy. She says that while twitching. Because I don't want to get killed by zombies.
And I don't want to get killed by frogs.
The frogs weren't
You
gonna
hear this like awful echoing croaking coming from
Terrifying.
like a harmonic chorus of
Yeah.
Like, who knows when those frogs are gonna stop? What if it erupts out of Mount Magic School?
It's just
Like
gonna
a
take out the whole
frog
mountain.
volcano or something. I don't know what you've done.
I don't either. So it's definitely possible. Okay.
But there's someone screaming. What if we can help them, Mia? You're all about helping people. Like, help me find the screaming.
Fine. But if things start going south, we need to run.
Back to the frogs or
No,
toward the screaming?
deeper, I guess. Don't we think?
Uh-huh. Okay, okay.
Doesn't this connect to the black market?
I have
Do
no
we know
idea.
that? Does only Alphonse know that? I forget.
Alphonse believes that. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if my mother would just have a black market pop up in a cave of torture. Sounds very
I
uncharacteristic.
mean, I don't think I don't. Beggars can't be choosers. She found a good
She's
spot for the
not a
black
beggar.
market.
Okay, she is a beautiful woman, and she's on the council. You will pay her the respect she deserves.
Mia is completely unfazed by Okay, lead on. Find us this screaming zombie.
Yeah, this typhoon or tsunami of frogs. We need to outrun it. So pick up the pace.
It's such an
Just imagine the
awful
wave
mental
of
picture.
A flood of frogs. I mean, Venus isn't actually that worried about the frogs, other than the potential death by crushing.
You mean Mia?
Oh, sorry, Mia. Yes.
I was like, I'm very worried about these frogs. Deeper.
Okay.
All right, you head deeper.
Deeper, Jim. Deeper.
Do either of you want to stop before you get to them?
I think Venus picks up the pace probably.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mia is like trailing behind, but
Okay.
not super far. But she's definitely not right next to
Keeping
Venus
pace,
anymore.
but behind.
Yeah.
And I think I'm being pretty quiet. Like I'm not just clanking about running around.
Sure. Do you want to roll inconspicuous?
Oh, I would love to. What's my ob?
On the bright side for you, it's probably very low. Your ob. What do I
Look
even
at that
do with
zero.
that? I'm
I don't know.
gonna. Your ob's gonna be 1.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
you
Okay.
passed.
I become a frog, blending in with the crowd.
So you're quietly rushing down these tunnels, and this screeching gets louder and louder as you go, and it's very like intermittent and off-putting every time it happens. But that's Venus, I think, maybe likes it at this point. So,
Yikes.
you get around this corner and you see these like, it's still really dark, but you see these shadows, and every like 15 seconds one of them stops, like you see it stop moving, and it just like screams at the top of its lungs for like 2 seconds, and then it keeps walking, and they're just like walking in this hallway like back and forth a little bit and like kind of moseying and
Do
then
they seem-
screaming.
Do they seem to be moving normally? Or like shuffling?
They're walking like normal people.
Oh. Is there anything like through the hallway? Does it look like they're guarding something?
It continues down, like you can tell that, but it is really dark.
Mia. Mia, come here. Look at this.
Mia is coming over. Mia. Oh, God. Mia's gonna try and be stealthy.
You can do inconspicuous ob 1 too.
Can I do stealthy?
Sure. Also ob 1. Because
Make
they
that Ob 2.
have. Nice.
Did that go
Hey.
through? Yes. For the first time in her life, she's actually stealthy. All right. Mia crouches over next to you and is like, "What? What
Do you see
Venus?
that? Do you see that thing?
That's there. I think there's a couple."
Yeah. Do you think we could take one?
No.
What? There's 2 of them and 2 of us.
I don't know what they're capable of. We should just go. We can leave and come
True.
back.
We can't leave. This is the only way forward.
I meant
Are they both screaming, or is it just
No, there
one?
are like 5 or 6 of these, and they take
There-
turns screaming.
yeah,
Oh,
I was
thought
like,
there
it's
was
not just
one
No.
or 2.
Mia's like, we cannot deal with all of these right now. We can get you a zombie pet later. Let's go.
What if we just like pretend?
No.
Well, how are we gonna get through?
How are we doing this right now? Let's just walk. Inconspicuous. Or
I
can
assume
cast
that
an
they are
illusion.
in the only tunnel leading forward.
Yes.
So like we have to walk through them.
Yeah.
To
And
continue.
I imagine it's like, this tunnel's like, it widens from where you are, have been coming down into like 30-foot wide, maybe. Like it's not, it's pretty substantial, but there are quite a lot of them, and they're just kind of like
Yes.
walking
But it's
between
not like
themselves.
we could just keep going down the tunnel, completely avoiding them.
I mean, maybe if they didn't see you.
Well, okay, but they're in the only tunnel where we can walk.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Yeah.
Yes. I can turn into a cat and distract them,
We saw how that turned out last
so
time.
you can get past. The cat thing's a little easier. And then you run past, and then I'll be a cat, and they can't catch a cat, right?
I don't know if that's true. If only we had something that could like
Do you have a better idea?
yeah, if we had like something, if only I knew a spell that could like get rid of Death Art. We could get rid of Death Art on 5 of them.
If only, I was working on something with these beans, but like,
What is it with you and beans?
what is it with you and dead bodies?
What do you mean? I've never been around a dead body.
Doesn't even know how to respond. Shut up. I'm gonna distract them as a cat, and then you're gonna try and sneak past, and then I'll catch up with you, okay?
This plan sounds way better in your head than out loud.
What? I have yet to hear a better suggestion from you.
Well, we could have gone out the back if it wasn't frogged up.
I'm gonna frog you up in about half a second. Shut your trap. Okay.
Go for it.
Mia is going to cast Black as Night on herself
Okay.
and turn herself into a cat. Hopefully, the sorcery gods will be with me. Which is I'm gonna do it for a conflict
Okay.
so that it lasts for a longer time.
Yep.
And it's on myself, so no ob for that. It's base ob 3, so the ob is 4 now. I get +2 automatically because it's woven into the fiber of my being. And I'm gonna ask Venus for a little bit of help. He's willing to give it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I took
So
this.
plus-
It's what you should not do. And I hold out a frog.
I hate you. No Artha for the moment. Base up 4. Oof.
Nice. Crushed it.
Good kitty cat. All right. Mia turns into a cat. Are we like... I imagined we were kind of hidden behind like a little
Yeah.
rocky outcropping. Okay. Mia's gonna like scamper out and start screeching and
Okay.
hissing as a cat and like try and get all of theirs attention and then run actually back to the frogs to like lead them past Venus to the frogs. That way Venus can just go without having to
Okay.
go past. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So he just has to hide behind the outcropping
Mm-hmm.
while I'm distracting them.
Can you give me a conspicuous roll? Because you want to get their attention.
Ah!
It's gonna be ob 2. Because
Well,
they're
that is
dumb as
happening.
fuck.
Can I... What's the op to turn myself invisible for a test?
Let me look.
You have to. It's that weird having.
Yeah,
thing.
so it's their perception halved for one test.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see if they can even roll a 1.
Oh.
No. So I'm gonna make it, it'll be just ob 1.
Okay. Well, I will... It's op 2 then, if it's illusion.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, dang, I should have just turned us invisible.
Yeah, so as this cat's running around, I'm just gonna like turn invisible and
That's fine.
wait.
That'll be
to
my
see what
backup
she
plan.
does.
Can I have advantage because I'm shrieking as a cat?
Yeah, that's fine.
Because guess what? I don't know conspicuous. You said 2 was the ob.
Yeah.
3 to 4.
2 6s.
I'll spend a fate to open in that.
Oh, just
All
me.
right, 1 success.
All you needed.
All I needed. I've got their attention now.
And then would you also give me a speed test?
I would love to.
They're gonna catch the kitty.
Ob 3, apparently.
Ob 3.
That's fast.
They're speedy boys right now.
Can I have advantage because I'm a cat?
Sure.
Are cats faster than
Humans?
normal
Zombies?
Yes.
No, the
Yes.
normal Mia. My cat's not
Yeah,
that
I
fast.
mean, I would hope. I would hope a cat would have better reflexes than human Mia. All right, so speed. I'll do a modifier for 1. No Arth at the moment. You said base ob 3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh my god!
3 1s in there. Ooh, I'm an unhappy little kitty cat.
So, you go yowling through these. Let's say there's 5 of them. 5 figures in the darkness. And as a cat, you can kind of see them better with the faint amounts of light that are in this tunnel. Very minimum light, but there is some like coming from the far edge you can see. But these figures, they're human-like, but extremely pale, and like they don't have any hair. They're like all bald, and they don't have any eyebrows or anything. They look terrifying. So you come yowling and like in the middle of one of them screaming and kind of like weave between their legs. And they all just like instantly their heads just turn to look at you, and then they start like running after you. Like this is faster than you would expect them to move. But you like run them back up to the frogs, but you think like you're losing pace to them. They're going to catch you. But you make it past Venus and his invisibility.
Okay. I want to drop my cat act, and then I want to get all the way back. Can I get all the way back to the frogs at least?
No.
I really wanted to turn into a frog and blend in with all the other frogs.
Has the wall of frogs like moved forward at all?
She hasn't made it there, so you don't know.
Oh,
Okay. Well, Mia can tell that she is losing ground.
And you get to the point where like they're slashing out at you, and like you can feel the wind behind you, like
Right.
and like claws scraping and stuff.
Oh, phooey. Let's see. I think she's gonna cast. I think we actually did that invisibility wrong again for Logan, because technically he was affecting a group of people.
Yeah, but the max they can roll is 1, so it's really fine.
So it's fine. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna try invisibility too,
Okay.
just to see.
So
I think
I mean they're at you, so they're going to be able to get off something before you can cast a spell, because casting a spell takes time.
that's fine. I still have my charm, so they have a +1 ob to do anything against
Okay.
me.
Sure.
But I think that's the only. That's pretty much the only good option here, other than like another agility or speed test.
Yeah. So let's
If
do.
you thought that was valid.
Let me get to fight. I just want to.
I know. Now we have to open up some fight stuff real quick.
Yeah. I don't want fight. I just want easy fight.
I want easy fight.
Easy
I would
fight.
like an easy fight, personally.
So we'll do the bloody versus rules. Which basically, to go through, is they'll use their weapon skill, and then you'll use whatever weapon skill you want to defend yourself. And then the amount of dice you have in that, like, pool determines how many, like, you can split that into attack and defense. So if you have 4 dice in brawl, then you can do 3 in attack and 1 in defense, or all 4 in defense, or whatever you want. And then you roll both pools. And basically subtract defense successes, subtract attack successes, and then if there's attack successes left, then whoever has the most, or if you still have some left, I guess you hit.
Right. It goes over.
So both sides can hit, one side can hit, or neither can hit. But we'll just do one, and then you can cast your spell after that. So this'll basically be like the whole conflict.
Well, I do not have any fighting skills.
I think I want to say, let me see. If you don't have any, what happens?
Is the only. That's our only problem. Mia was not made for fisticuff with the living or the dead.
We don't know if these ones are dead.
I want to say you can
You're
use.
getting a strong dead vibe at the moment.
From you or from them?
From both of us.
Because are you going to try to damage them, or are you just going to try to
I'm
dodge?
not gonna try.
So I'll
She's
say
just gonna
you
try
can
and dodge
use
and defend
your
herself.
agility and just put it all in defense, but you can't use it for an attack pool.
Okay. Do you want me to roll that now, or?
Yeah, you can. That's fine.
All right, come on, agility. I'll do no modifiers, no Artha. Face op 0. And it's a 1 with a 6. Let's spend a fate. To see if I can make that into anything useful. Ooh, a 5. Hey, 2.
Nice. All right, so I think I did this right. Yeah, so they'll roll this. They'll have 1 in modifier, because there's 5 of them. And the base ob will be 2, I guess.
They have a +1 ob for my charm.
Oh, yeah, okay. They didn't get enough anyway. So they scrabble at you and kind of like nick at a couple of your areas, but you can tell that this charm is like deterring them at some point. Like they'll slash out and then they'll hit it, and then they'll hiss, like scream away, and like one of them goes tumbling down the cave.
Folklore coming in clutch.
Yeah, and the other 4 like keep grasping at you, and then you turn invisible, and they just kind of stop. And they just scream, like all of them in unison.
You've synchronized
Mia
them.
like clutches her ears invisibly and then tries to like stagger away from them without hitting anything.
Are you going back
and
up or back down to from where you came?
Venus direction.
Venus
back
direction.
Venus
Yes.
direction.
Okay.
And then I guess eventually it takes off running once she's far enough away.
Yep. They keep screaming for like 15 seconds, and you kind of like take that time to move silently around and run back down to where Venus was. You do that one that like ran down the cave from your folklore necklace is still running, so you like catch up to them. You're like,
Hey, buddy. Head down. You know, I pretend I'm speed walking in the city, like no eye
Yeah.
contact.
But they are not interested. They just keep running.
And Venus, you already ran, right? Or
I'm in the cavern still, sort
Yeah,
of waiting.
you are
for
no
you.
longer invisible.
Oh, I didn't get my test.
I mean, the test was just an auto succeed on something, so.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm just standing there then. I hear this screaming and I'm like, well, that's probably for the worst.
okay.
But then
And then
out
I
from
guess
the
I
dark-
see Venus.
Yeah.
Okay, I will drop the invisibility. Pant. Venus. All right, let's go. Whew.
Is there
That
still
was close.
Is there
So
one
let's
next
go.
to you?
Yeah, so Mia
I've, like,
gets down
just
and she's like
gotten past it.
panting. And this guy, like, there's no hair, like completely white, like sunken eyes, just comes running out of the darkness.
Sean, what are you doing here?
Poor little guy.
What does he do to us?
Nothing, he's just running.
The
Like,
power of folklore compels him.
What did you do to him?
Nothing. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Come on, we gotta go deeper. There's all the other ones are back there.
he
Are they
gets
still
to where
screaming?
he started and he stands
Yeah.
up facing a wall and he just stands there and screams.
Mia's like tugging on Venus to get him to start locomoting.
Well, yeah, we're moving, but I'm definitely going a little slower.
No, well, she's pulling you.
I just like we
She's
could
like,
see what
come
he's.
on, nope,
You don't want
nope,
to see what
no,
he's doing.
not even a little
There's
bit.
just
Come
one
on,
of them.
nope. Close your eyes. Count to 10. I'll start singing a song for us. All right, we're going down the mountain, down the tunnel. She's. I'm gonna start singing the tunnel song. Secret tunnel.
What does the zombie do? Does it just sit there and stare at the wall still?
It finishes screaming and then it hears this music and it like kind of turns around a little bit and screams in your direction. It takes a couple
Mia
steps towards
falters
you.
in her screaming or her singing and quiets down a little bit and starts tugging more furiously and is like dragging. We've progressed from tugging to dragging.
Okay, I mean I'm not resisting.
Okay, good. And head down. What?
Yep.
Any other craziness?
What if you put your charm on him?
Shh. Let's go.
I mean, if you're leading the way, I'm going. But...
Okay.
Okay, you guys go.
We're going.
We'll jump to
Towards the light.
Alphonse. Yes. What are you doing?
So it's still like, is it morning or afternoon-ish?
I think it's morning-ish.
Yeah.
I think it's morning.
That's what I remember at least.
Yeah, maybe
I
late
think
morning.
You were at
I
the
was
merchant's
at the
house.
merchant's
Yeah.
house, and the butler was basically like, he can see you in 3 weeks. And I think you had already described his house to me, Abby, but really what I was looking for was how easy would it be to infiltrate it in a similar fashion to Bertrand's.
It is less fancy, but pretty similar. In that, like, there's not really like the upstairs patio that you could climb to, but there is like a side servant's door. So less easy than Bertrand's, but possible.
Yeah.
There's also probably less windows because it's closer to the sea, right?
Yeah.
So like tsunamis and stuff.
Yeah, or something.
Do they get regular tsunamis and
Yeah,
hurricanes? That might not be
obviously.
good.
Occasional. Definitely.
There's a
tsunami
magic
type
school
of
here,
beast.
Sean. Anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
You'd think they'd protect them, but
Well, yeah, but that'd mess with the balance. Anyway, I really hoped to figure out what I wanted to do in the meantime.
I think it's time for
John,
Monkey Feet Part 2.
no, because both John and Alphonse are too um risk averse for that because it's the middle of the day.
Oh, yeah.
Um, Literally the morning. People are walking about. I think I want to find. So is this a purely residential area or something kind of mixed?
It's mixed. There's a couple of small markets where people are starting to like pull down their like breakfast shops and stuff, and you see a couple of like lunch vendors setting up, and there's people with like colorful cloths for sale. And you see like a couple of fortune tell, like you're in that area where there would be like the fortune tellers and people selling
Oh.
like little trinkets and wares and stuff.
I will peruse these trinkets
Okay.
and perhaps even visit a fortune teller, but the whole time I'm maintaining line of sight with uh, the guildmaster's house.
Hmm.
Like, I want to know if he's coming or going, and this is pretty much just killing time until I can tell for sure.
Okay. You spend maybe like an hour scoping this out. Maybe a little bit more, but you don't see the butler leave, and you don't see the guildsmaster come or go. But you do see like other merchants and things like come by with their wares, and they're like pack up and leave it like their little shop next to the guildsmaster's house, and then they go in and are in there for maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and then they leave and like they pick up their stuff and then they go home for the day. And you see this like again when people are starting to set up shop, they'll like pull their cart by and go in the guild's master's house, go in for a little bit and then come out and then set up shop.
Interesting. I guess. Oh my god, I wish I were richer. I don't have the capital to just buy a cart and take it to the merchant's house. Oh my goodness.
You could roll wealth if you wanted. Isn't that what it's called?
Oh, that's super concerning to me. I like maintaining my level of my
Resources.
I like maintaining my level of resources. Um, Even if this is the last session ever, I would hate to leave with the same amount of money as Venus.
Could leave with the same amount of money as Mia, which is none.
That too. It's even scarier. Um, I guess so. You said there's one of these merchants has just like some colorful cloths and stuff.
Yeah.
How much are they, or does it even matter?
I mean, they're medium price.
Yeah.
You could
I
roll
think
to see if you could afford them. You don't lose resources, you just have to roll to see if you can buy it.
Sure, let's do that.
Okay. It's gonna be up 1 resources.
Okay. Oh, I guess I'm not as. I thought I had more resource than I do, and I'm not sure what happened.
Y'all are broke.
We are. We're
These
students.
cloths
I rolled
are
0.
out of your price range.
Dang. I mean,
And you kind of go up and peruse, and the seller that's manning the booth, he kind of just looks at you like very judgmentally and like gives you like the up and down look.
like you don't have the money for
Yeah.
this. Really, I would like to think I wear gray by choice, but okay, wow. Yeah, color's expensive. Oh my gosh. I guess. Oh my god. I don't like any of this. I think I want to try to stake out for another couple of hours, like until lunchtime-ish.
Okay.
Figure, well, yeah. I'll stake out until lunchtime-ish. And if nothing changes, then I will maybe go more drastic.
Okay. You give me a perception ob 2 roll.
Okay. Two for
Nice.
two.
So you're kind of standing, scouting this out, and you're perusing this cloth vendor's wares. And he kind of comes over to you and like snootily says like, "Standing room is for paying customers only. So if you're not going to purchase anything, please leave." And you like huff out of there. And
What
go
were
across the street just in time to see the butler leaving through the servants' exit, and he's like, looks like he's trying to be pretty surreptitious about it, but he leaves and like is going to get lunch, and you see him like at a lunch vendor. And after, if you watch him like get his lunch, he takes it and then he heads off to another part of the town.
Ooh, such intrigue. Um, I I don't remember. John doesn't remember the people who went up to the castle after the last council meeting.
Mm-hmm.
It was Sir Philip and Bertrand
And Delfino.
and Delfino.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I want to ask if I can roll insight, but that's the wrong system. Like you said, he seemed shifty.
He not necessarily shifty.
Okay.
You can roll observation.
Okay, that's a fun thing I don't have. I think.
I think observation would work for this. We're gonna say it does.
Yeah,
Nice.
observation is supposed to be like when you're trying to find something that's purposefully hidden.
I assume that's either will or
I
perception.
think it's perception.
Oh, fabulous. Okay. I will
Yeah, it
roll
is.
observation.
What's
What
the
shall we
ob?
know?
I don't know. Observation. I wish I had a commoner stat block, but I'll just roll 3. Okay, so it's ob 1.
Oh, okay. Whew. That was terrifying. I am not observant. That's
No.
tragic.
So you see him like leave, but you can't tell what his motives are.
Okay,
He's
that's
just
fine.
leaving to get lunch.
Cool. But I did see him go off to another part of town.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up to the door and knock again.
Okay. Nobody answers.
Ooh, that's exciting. If I jiggle the handle,
It's
does
locked.
it? Okay. I'm going to go around to the servants' quarters
Okay.
or the servants' entrance, and I'm going to attempt to wait, what's my what's my magic schools? Oh, illusion is so low. I will not be attempting to cast invisibility on myself, and instead will just try to jiggle the handle of the door to the servants'
It is also
entrance.
locked.
What the heck, people? Oh my gosh. Um, are there any? I assume the servants' entrance is on the side of the building.
Yes.
Are there any windows near here?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a couple of windows like there I think would be one that looks pretty sturdy coming off of the first floor. And it's hard to like it looks like it's kind of over time is like gotten grimy, like it goes to a kitchen or something. And then there's a couple up more decorative windows like up on the second floor.
Oh my gosh. He doesn't like sturdy windows. I was looking for flimsy windows or open windows. And there's no enclosed courtyard in the back.
No.
Okay. He's gonna go around to this like depot type area where the merchants have been
Yeah.
approaching with their stuff.
Okay.
And yeah, I guess is it like like a garage type depot thing? Is it just
Like
a,
they've been coming up to the front door, and there's like a space
oh,
near the front door, but it's not like covered
okay.
or anything. They just have put their stuff there and then gone in. Yeah.
Interesting. I hate it. Um I feel stymied and it's so silly. I'm going to, I guess, keep. I haven't tried knocking on the servant's door. I'll try that.
Okay. No answer.
Oh my god, he doesn't have just one servant. There's no way.
Is there another belief you could start pursuing?
I need to find him is my belief, which otherwise it's find Bertrand and I'm not going up to the castle right now. Um
We can hop back to Venus and Mia if you want.
yeah,
Okay.
hop back to those two because I have literally no idea.
I know, hard decisions. All right, you
Breaking
got
in, breaking and entering is always a good option,
always a good
even in the
option.
middle of the day.
Yeah. So Mia
That is
and
setting things on
Venus.
fire.
Venus, you're getting dragged off by Mia, and you can slowly, like, as you keep going, you hear that screaming behind you, kind of mixing with the like weird echoing, croaking sounds. And it's awful. But as you get dragged closer, like down this cave, you do see like a faint light start to permeate the cave area.
Look, Mia, a faint light.
Yeah, that's where we're trying to go. Hopefully, it'll get us out of here.
And there are a couple, as you keep going, there's a couple of branches off of this cave system that, like, you can tell that the tunnel continues down and then just dead ends. Like, they don't go anywhere and they kind of, like, they narrow as they go to. It's, like, natural cave bits, but the area that you're in looks like it's actually been taken care of more so by humans.
Well, hopefully this leads out.
And you keep going, and eventually you reach a point where there's like like a T at intersection, and you still hear the screaming behind you. But it's like at this point it's like worked stone. And like actual corridors, and these corridors have like lanterns on them like every now and then. And it looks very similar to the black market area that you were in before. Yeah.
Can we hear any noise? Like, we know the screaming is behind us, but is there any noise coming from any of the two choices? Like people noise, regular. Like, could we hear the black market somehow? I guess is the idea.
You can make a perception up to check.
I would love
Test.
to try.
Do you want help?
Do you want
Or
to help?
how about I can listen and you can help me?
Sure.
I think I'm more perceptive. I don't know.
What's your perception?
5.
Mine's 5 too.
Okay, I'll help you.
Sure. All right. So one modifier on there, because Lord knows we need it for that base ob 2. Oh, there you go.
Not
Yep,
a 6.
we needed it.
So you can't hear like the noise of the market. It was pretty quiet when you were there before. It's like there's not that many vendors.
Can I help you, Logan?
I didn't need it if I were to roll.
But like just when you think you are starting to hear something, this frog that Venus had just starts croaking in your ear.
Get out of here! I just throw it down the tunnel.
Oh, be nice. They have
No.
feelings too.
It's super
They're-
dead now.
Oh, I'll go pick it back up.
Yeah.
I'll
I
put
hate
it in my
you.
pocket. Okay.
Okay. Mia just like eeny meeny miny moes picks a direction and goes to the left.
To the
and
left.
starts following it.
Okay.
Mhm.
You start following that, and it keeps going, but looks more unkempt the farther you go.
Mia goes, I don't like this, turns around and goes back the other way.
Sure.
To the right this time.
So you go to the right, and eventually you travel for like a good 5 or 10 minutes more from like where you started. But once you get out there, like it opens up into that like cave system, and you can see the black market going on underneath. See the familiar shops.
Wow. I'm surprised you made it out of there.
Me too. But I'm glad we did, and I wish I'd never followed after you for my beans, but you were acting very odd. Let's go visit your mother now.
Why do we want to? Okay.
Well, we have to get out of
sure.
here somewhere.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So I guess we try and retrace our way back up to the House of Pleasure.
Is there like a survival?
A memorize. We can't just ask someone for handy dandy directions.
I mean, you could. You look down into the black market and you see a sad Robert, and he's like hiding behind a stall.
Do we see? Does the Guildmaster have a spot down here?
No, he doesn't.
Ugh.
Can I find
I'll
the?
go up to Robert. Let's go up to Robert.
I want to find the friendly herbalist.
He's right next to Robert.
Yeah, he's right next to Robert.
True, he is right next to. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. They could change where their little setup is.
Robert.
You approach him and he's just like shaking his head.
Mia, it looks at you and is like, "There's no need to abuse this poor man again.
If
Let's
he
ask-
had a problem with me, he would speak up.
I think he's incapable of that.
I
He
can
like
fix
pulls
that.
out this notebook and he starts writing.
He's gonna start beating us with that notebook soon." Mia wanders over to the apothecary and is like, "Hello, sir. Do you remember me? I asked about some plants a little while ago."
Yes, back for more, I see.
Whoa!
That is not the same voice.
He's
That's
deteriorated.
a totally different tone.
Oh, I meant to
for
talk to that
this.
other apothecary down here.
Sorry, are you the same person?
What did he sound like before? I don't remember.
Oh, he was much more friendly sounding.
No, I think he was scary.
I don't think he was, but either way, I'm scared now. Mia is like, not really back for more. Actually, we need to get out. We have forgotten the way we entered from the House of Pleasure, but can't seem to remember the way out. Could you point us in the right direction, please?
He's like, well, my brain might need some rejiggering, and he holds out his hand.
I give him the dead frog.
I was about to be like, I'll rejigger you. Cast Sorcerer's Flame on him or something. I could try.
Yeah, I'll be like,
God.
I'll put the frog in his hand and I'll say.
He
"How
kind
does
of
that
looks at
feel?"
it, and he's like, hello, how are you doing?
The dead frog. Not good.
Might be doing the same as you in a bit if you don't help us out of here, bucko.
Do you have an intimidation's a test, right? I'm pretty sure.
Can I extort his
think
life
so?
out of him?
No, it's intimidation.
Can I extort his life? Oh man, let me see.
Let's see. Intimidation.
Brutal
yes.
intimidation.
It's based in will if you don't already have it.
I
You
don't
can
have
fork
it.
in ugly truth.
Oh, I will fork an ugly truth. Do I have ugly truth?
Can I
I do
help?
have ugly truth. I don't need your help. I'll fork an ugly truth and I'll say, listen here,
You can't
two
fork
of us
into a
and
skill you're
one of you-
learning.
Oh my god. Oh, okay.
What was that?
It's intimidation. I've never added. Does it just do everything for me? I can just roll it now.
I think so.
Okay.
You added it to being learned
Yeah.
and put it under will.
Yeah.
Yeah, just roll it and put the ob as the original ob, and it'll automatically double.
Yeah,
it.
obtu.
Okay. Can I have a bonus advantage because I'm being aggressive and I have a dead frog that I gave him? Mainly because of my aggressive trait.
No.
Damn it.
I want to help by reminding him that we were here with Valentina herself earlier, and she would be very upset
I
if
don't
we
take
did
it.
not make it back.
No sixes. So he's like, he's holding this frog, and he's talking to this frog instead of you, and he's like, look here, buddy. I will not be intimidated. And you will purchase something from me if you would like to know the way out.
I have no liquid assets.
Oh my god. Okay.
I possess exactly 0 money.
And he takes this little frog and he like holds its mouth and he's like, feed me coins.
Okay. Give me my frog back. And I snatch the frog. And I say, I'll buy something from you if I wanted to make a potion to bring this frog back to life. I want those ingredients.
You
don't have those ingredients?
no problem, I gotcha. And he like rushes off and like starts gathering stuff.
Mia's like, I think we should just wander around until we find someone who knows you or your mother.
I'll just go over at Robert and I'll hold out the frog and I'll say, Robert. I'll hold the
He
tongue
holds
out
up
of the frog.
he holds up his
I'll hold the tongue out of the frog and I'll say, Robert, do you want to help us out of here? I'm getting a little antsy while I'm down here. You know, who knows what I'm going to do?
He has this piece of like this pad that he's been writing on, and he holds it in front of his face, and he's just like shaking his head behind this, and on written on it, it's like, store closed, please go away.
Robert, I can see you. You're right there.
He's just hiding.
Mia comes over and is like, Robert, don't listen to the mean man over there. If you would just write down the way out for us real quick, I will make sure he leaves you alone.
Give me persuasion up to.
No! Persuasion! Oh, actually, I think I finally learned it. Never mind. Can I have help from Venus?
No.
I'm not helping. I'm
Oh
hindering,
my god.
probably.
Can I fork in
Soothing platitude? Sure.
I don't have soothing platitude. The ugly truth.
No.
The ugly truth is, if you don't help us out, Venus is gonna do some bad shit to you.
Do you tell Robert that?
Yes.
I feel like that becomes intimidation.
Yeah.
No.
Or extortion.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna add astrology to it.
Nice.
All right. So, adding astrology, I don't think there's anything else I can fork in. So, no Artha, base ob 2. What, did that not go through for some reason?
No, I don't see it.
That was why? Why you do this? Okay. Persuade. 0 mod. 0 art. Base ob 2. 1. Oh, and it's a 6 already. Okay,
And you have astrology too.
let's roll my astrology.
Okay.
It was a 3.
Better than a 1.
I'll use a fate and I'll open up that 6. I just want to get out of Oh my god. This is ridiculous.
So Robert just like scoots behind Mia, and he like huddles up to you, and he's like holding this thing in front of his face, like facing toward Venus, and he's just shaking his head. And he kind of holds this and then like puts another pad on the ground and starts writing on it. but Mia can't read it, so
Venus.
What?
I can't tell what he's writing. His handwriting is so bad.
I look over at it. What is he writing?
very clearly it says, "I've never left. I don't know how to get out."
Well, that's just depressing.
Oh, Robert, you useless soul.
Okay. Venus, can't we find someone who knows who you are?
I've never been down here other than to talk to these
There
two.
have to have been people you've seen above ground.
I'll just start
who are
yelling,
also down here.
"Hello, who here?" Me. Huh? Oh, look, no one, Mia. Because I've never been down here before.
Can you
Mia
make
is
me
just
circles up too?
blank-faced looking at you.
Circles of 2. Wow, this could go.
Real bad, real fast. Oh, look at that! 0 to 2. You scream, Mia just looks at you and is like, well, if someone hadn't run down the wrong cave, we wouldn't even be here in the first place.
If someone hadn't frogged up the exit, we could have just gone out the back.
Well, if you hadn't been going right towards a bunch of zombies, we would have been fine, and I wouldn't have had to have tried to cast that spell in the first place. But we're at an impasse, and we're stuck in this stupid market.
Where is this apothecary? Is he back yet?
Yeah, I mean, he was just like gathering things from his stall, and then you left. So he like
Oh.
has this little cauldron that he's put a bunch of.
Oh, well, I'll
Plants
go
in.
back.
Yeah,
See
okay.
if you can buy things from him.
Yes. Do you have this potion ready? I'm very impatient.
Yes, these are the ingredients that you would need to bring that frog back to life.
Okay. How much will that run me?
$$ sign. Roll resources, and it's gonna be
yes.
1.
$2 signs is
$2 signs.
$2
equals
signs, that
1
sounds like-
resource. Yeah, so you have
Equals
enough
1.
money on you.
Oh my god, our first success in freaking 5 rolls.
okay. Yeah, I'll just throw some cash at him.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how do I put this together?
Like
Also, you were supposed to take us out of here.
I didn't say I would take you out. I said that I would tell you where to go. You just keep going that way, and then you'll find it. It's like he describes how to get there, and it's more confusing than he made it seem. But
Have you ever left this place?
yes,
Okay.
not the way that you're going though. I always go the other way.
What's the other way? Where
Okay.
does that take us?
If you go down by tunnel, the screaming tunnel is what we call it, and just keep going, then it kind of lets out into a field, and then we all kind of just live there.
You live in the field?
I don't like that. And I'm glad we didn't go that way. Despite all these terrible rolls.
Okay, well, let's leave.
Get at 'em.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Huh. Okay, well, that was an adventure, Mia. We could always go back the other direction and see what the frog wall looks like from the other side.
No, we can leave that for another day, I'm sure. I'm sure it'll be, the frogs will either be there or not there.
But what if they get to Chrissy? We should go save her.
She is gone.
Don't
I mean,
know
her
that.
body's there.
We
but
have this
she's-
potion. We could bring her back.
Try it on the frog first and then get back to me. Why don't you come help me with my beans that
Your
you
beans?
distracted me from? Yes, I was making something to help us. And I think it could help you too.
Mia, you're better at herbs than I am. I'll help you if you help me make this potion afterwards.
Sure.
Perfect. Also,
All right.
We need to sneak through the House of Pleasures. I don't want my mom to see me.
I'm not sneaking. Why? It's your mom.
Actually, no. I do need to talk to her. Right?
Yeah, you do.
I do need to. I need to tell her she's getting married. Let's
You
go.
already told her that, didn't you?
No, he did tell her that, and then he went back to make sure that that was good with Delfino, and Delfino was like, yeah, just have her come meet me here.
Oh yeah. Oh, that sounds like a bad idea.
No. Well, let's go. Let's pop in to Valentina on our way to these beans.
Okay.
So you travel
Well,
down the way that the guy told you, and it's
Oh,
correct.
geez.
Like there's a torch sconce that like you pull, and that spiral staircase descends from the ceiling and opens up, and then you go up it, and then it like retracts back into the floor, and you enter your mom's bedroom. But she's not there.
Can we find her?
Mm-hmm. She's
Oh,
just
okay.
downstairs. So
Oh,
yeah, you pass by Victoria's room, and it is empty, and the door's open.
where's he off to? I told him not to leave. Where I meant to if I didn't. Well, whatever.
I think we should. I really the bean thing is time sensitive, so maybe let's come back to Valentina. Deal with the
Can't you
beans first.
Did you not just bring your beans with you?
No, that the process is not that simple. Okay.
Okay, fine. We'll go get these beans. And then we'll do the potion, and then we'll come back here, and then we'll bring the frog back to
Exactly.
life. And
Yeah,
then we'll
and
go
then
get
we'll-
and then we will go get Sweet Chrissy.
Sweet Chrissy, the
And
limb
then-
reattachment is a
and
little
then-
worrisome.
And then the wedding. Okay, sounds like a plan. Let's go.
What?
Let's go, Mia!
All right, and this is where we will take our first break. And we will be back in 10 minutes to do all of that. So, see you then. And we're back. So, last we left off, Venus and Mia, I think, were leaving the House of Pleasure, and nobody really, bothers with you. They're used to seeing Venus, and Mia comes with Venus a lot, so that's fine. So you both leave, and you head towards the magic school, I guess, back to Mia's little abode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think-
Full circle.
Full circle. As you head off, you're kind of going through the dock region, and you see Alphonse just standing at a servant's door down a weird alley, and he's just standing there, and you see him knock, and then he just kind of listens, and then he paces around in a circle and stands with his this, and it's
What do you think he's doing?
Mia's looks at Venus, looks at Alphonse, looks at Venus again, and is like, I have no idea. Do you think we should help him?
And at that point, Alphonse decides to cast a spell.
Oh!
What are you casting?
He casts the perfect lever as he kind of bops down on the handle, and it's to try to basically break the handle off.
That's cool.
It is evoke.
Evoke. So it's probably arcane action. Because evoke's
Oh, yeah,
a versus
well-
test, but it's the same. So it'll be ob 3 to break a handle off, so it's ob 4 for the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Yeah, the sorcery test is ob 4.
Oh, gotcha. And then for these, we can still fork things in, right?
Not to sorcery.
Not to
Dang it.
sorcery, because it's
I
open-ended.
always mess that up.
Unless you have astrology.
No, because at the time I was like, oh, it's not that useful. And turns out it's useful.
I mean, it's only useful half the time.
Ooh. Well, I'm at least gonna get a challenging thing in, I think. Base on 4. Or yeah, challenge.
Hey,
Difficult.
Ooh,
And
4 for 4.
works.
nice job. So I guess you watch Alphonse. He kind of said, "What?
I named it. I should have had a +1.
Wait, you did
Well, it
fine
worked.
just in case. Yeah, it's fine."
I need to see if that would have changed the difficulty. But
You should
yes,
make him re-roll.
stay out of this, Logan.
Write it down and add it to your list, but you did good.
Yay.
I think it'll still be difficult regardless. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just checked the chart.
So you see Alphonse kind of stand there with his hands on his hips, and he's like, goes up and knocks another time, like listens at the door, puts his ear to the door, and just you see him cast this spell and just like tap this door handle. It goes like flying off.
Just
um,
casual breaking and entering.
yeah, Mia is like, did we talk about breaking into another house?
Maybe we shouldn't get involved in this one.
I think Mia starts going over and is like, Alphonse! And like stage whispering at him.
Mia, when did you get here?
What are you? I didn't know we were breaking into another person's house.
We're not breaking in. The handle just flew off. That's super weird.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
I think it was right after you cast that spell.
No idea what you're talking about. It's a pretty sick spell, though. No idea what you're talking about. There was no spell at all. Yeah,
Whose
I
house
mean,
is
I've
this?
just been. Well, this is Mr. Agosto's, and I've just been trying to talk to him, but the butler said that the next time I could talk to him was about 3 weeks from now.
Oh, well, did you try and
So-
bribe him?
No,
Oh, well, of course you're gonna have to wait 3 weeks.
and
That was
I
your
guess
first mistake.
mistake number 1. Mistake number 2 is probably not threatening him, but yeah, since he seems to be on lunch and no one's answering any of the doors, I figured worth a peek, with such mysterious goings on. Just want to make sure nothing's happened to him.
Yeah, what if he's dead? That'd be cool. I mean, let's go.
Venus, what's up with you? I haven't seen him since he went to the castle. Does he look any different?
I have a crazed look in my eye.
Especially
I
when you
see no
mention the word
difference.
dead.
Yeah, when I mention the word dead, I like light up on the. I gotta get my fix.
Mia is like,
Sure. Why don't you lead the way, Venus? You did such a good job distracting the help last time.
You're not wrong. Let's go.
I'm
I
gonna
let
stay
him go
out here,
in.
but y'all can
You're
go
the
ahead.
one who wanted to involve us.
I'm on guard duty.
Oh my god. Okay, whatever. Let's go, Alphonse.
I let him go in ahead of me by he is always going to be at least 5 seconds and 1 corner ahead of me.
Yeah. Venus, from your pocket you hear like a croaking sound.
What? I take
It's
a
dead.
frog out of my
Yeah.
pocket?
You hear it croaking, but it's still dead.
Mm.
I run back to Alphonse.
Okay.
Alphonse, look at this.
There's a dead frog. It's silent.
Look, isn't that amazing?
Yeah, I haven't seen one of those so north. That's very amazing.
Is it still croaking?
Yes.
Oh my god, there it goes again. Look at it.
What you doing with the frog there, Venus?
Okay, well I was ripping Sweet Chrissy's arm off to try and take her body, and Mia cast a spell to turn the mountain into a frog, and then I picked this one up as we ran away, and then we bought a potion to bring the frog back to life, but I didn't even need to use it because the frog's alive!
We need to go, Venus. And I grab his arm and drag him out.
Okay.
Outside?
Yes.
Oh my god. Mia.
Yeah. If Mia's there, Like I am bowling past Mia, who is on mute, and
Robert, what are you doing here? You're still on mute.
I oh,
Oh man. I just said Mia was leaning against the wall looking really cool.
oh
Obviously.
cool. You just see us not fly out of there, but we are going along at a steady pace, and we are headed. I think to the school. Yeah. And if I notice
Mia
if I notice you on the wall, I'm gonna say, "Where is Frank?" as we walk away.
Mia's like, well, that was fast. Where are y'all going? I need
Mia, the
Venus.
frog is coming back to life.
We haven't used the potion yet. What are you talking about?
It's just like waving a dead frog by its leg.
Obviously, something happened, Mia, and I'm not even like I don't. It's whatever. We need to figure out
Wait,
what's wrong with him.
Alphonse. Don't worry. Trust me. He's helping me with some beans first. Wink, wink, wink. She's actually saying wink while she's winking at you.
That's fun.
I feel like
Come on,
Mia
Venus.
can't actually wink either, so she does like the double wink.
It's like wink, wink. She's like, "Come on, Venus, it's bean time."
Yes. Oh, I want to introduce Chester to Bester.
We can give your frog one of the beans too.
His name is Bester.
Bester, the frog, needs a bean as well. But first, we have to complete the ritual.
And then we make.
They
the
head back
potion.
to the magic school.
We
and
don't
then you
have to
make your
use
potion.
The potion on
True.
the frog. We can use it on Chrissy's torso.
We might need some for her hands too, but we'll figure that out later. All right.
Do you think Frank would have any idea about what either?
Oh, we're fine. We don't need Frank. Just help me with some beans real quick.
Okay. All right.
Mia's also going. I mean, if you're still leading the way, Mia's following. If not, Mia's started to take Venus back to the school too.
Oh no, like you're one of the few people that I trust. I'm following. Or actually, I'm dragging.
I'm fascinated with Bester. I'm just very complacent at this point.
What?
If only we'd known this was an easy way to get you to calm down. A
Giving
dead
me
frog.
A dead frog.
Bester. Okay, Mia heads back to her place.
Okay, you get back. When you arrive, Alphonse and Venus, I mean, Venus probably doesn't care. Alphonse, you see like 3 white beans covered in salt, I think.
It was honey and salt.
Yeah. There's like part of a beehive with like angry dead bees around it. Like
that does interest Venus.
Yeah.
There's a bag of beans, half of which are scattered across the the ground.
Yeah. And then these 3 white beans, like in a little pestle, mortar and pestle kind of deal.
Sure.
What's going on here?
I totally forgot what I said was all this stuff, right?
That's
or
okay.
I guess what can I do to help?
I think we're actually probably very close to being good. I just need...
you had done it, and then I just interrupted, and you wanted to come with me instead.
Mm-hmm.
I think we said I hadn't finished, so I'm trying to figure out if there was anything I needed to finish. But
you had finished, and then we had like retconned it because you wanted to come with me, but the timing was such that you couldn't have finished.
There's minerals.
Because you succeeded your roll.
Mm-hmm.
But you did it carefully, so it took a long time.
Right.
Yeah, so you just have to have time to finish.
Important thing is the ritual. Okay.
Yep.
I'm currently trying to feed Bester a dead bee.
Okay. Alphonse, just watch him real quick.
Okay.
While I finish up with the beans, it'll take me 5 minutes at most, and then she like leans into your ear and is like, "You have to get Venus to swallow one of the beans. Then I'm gonna chant at him, and then he should be better.
Okay.
Just keep him here, and help me get him to eat the beans."
Alphonse, you notice Venus getting more and more upset with Bester not eating the bee, and then eventually he just like smashes Bester against a rock and starts yelling
Oh.
at him.
That's too bad. I'm sorry about your friend Venus. Hey, do you still have like a lot of wine in your cabin?
Do I look like I'm carrying a wine bottle, Alphonse? Dumb question.
Well, I mean, it feels like it's been a while since either of us have had a drink. Like, do you want to get some?
Why would we drink, Alphonse?
Because it's a sad time for you. And that's a healthy coping mechanism.
I've
It's a
grown.
Venus coping
I've
mechanism.
grown, Alphonse. I no longer need liquor to fill my spirit. I have Bester for that, and I hold up a mangled frog.
Oh, and isn't he gorgeous?
No, he's dead, Alphonse.
He's croaking still.
But
Isn't
yet he speaks to me.
isn't that beautiful though, Venus?
All right. You hear Mia finish up some chanting, and then she does like 3 claps real quick. And then she pops up, is holding a very like drippy white bean. Honey is dripping off of it, coated in salt. And she walks over and she's like, "Venus, I think you should, we talked about these beans. I think they'll help all of us with everything that's going on. You just need to swallow this real quick for me. Then I'll make that potion for Bester. And Chrissy."
I feel like there should be a versus roll. Because you're
Sure.
trying to convince Venus, not Logan. But I don't know.
Persuasion versus will?
My
But does
persuasion
Venus-
is 3.
Does Venus definitely not want to eat the bean?
No, look at it. I have lavish taste. I'm not eating a gross
It's
honey-covered
a
salt bean.
delicious honey-covered salt bean.
Oh God. If I chime in and say, "Oh my God, that looks amazing" to Mia, would that give Mia
Yeah, that's
advantage?
fine. Yeah.
Yay.
I mean, I feel like the deal that you have would also affect that roll.
Mhm.
Like you mentioned the potion.
Yeah, you can have two advantages, I think. One for help from Alphonse
will-
and one from the deal.
100% take that. I'll take that to help, and then can I also for in Oh, I'm doing persuade. Damn it. Now I wish I had soothing platitudes. I'm being so nice. I need to whip out that ugly truth soon. Oh. Okay, I'll take those 2 modifiers. I'll spend 1 persona.
Mm-hmm.
You can always astrology.
I don't trust astrology. Wait, what am I against? Your will?
Yeah, it's up.
Yeah, I
three.
rolled a 3.
Oh, you rolled a 3. Okay. So base op 3.
Yep. Oh shoot.
Ah! That's ridiculous. Okay. 2 to 3 is too much for me. Okay. Mia starts like chewing the bean towards her mouth, like, yummy bean. It's
Do
a
not
bean.
infantilize me, Mia. I'm not eating that bean.
I really think you should eat that bean.
Why would I eat? What does it do?
It's gonna help protect us against all these undead, and
Like it's gonna keep them away from me?
no, it's not gonna keep them away. It's gonna make sure they can't hurt you.
Oh, well, that seems pretty useful. That's why there's 3 of them, right, Mia? There's one.
One for each of us. Exactly.
Why don't you eat one then?
I wanted you to have
I-
the first one because it's the most powerful.
I snatch it out of Mia's hands, and I'm like, why would you give it to him anyway? Obviously, it should be for you, me, and someone more important.
No, I want one.
But you just said, "Ugh, Venus, make up your mind."
Mia's just like darting back and forth.
I thought this could be mine, especially since I'm most powerful. And yeah,
Alphonse, I'm gonna need a
think-
bean to be protected from the undead if I bring Chrissy back as an undead. Who knows if she's gonna be upset that I ripped her arm off and then also killed her.
I mean, you're probably right, but you just. Do you really want this?
No, I really don't want it.
You
But
see
I think
Chester
I need-
approaching the third bean, like he's gonna eat it.
Chester, you get your furry little paws away from that bean.
Oh, I think me, Mia, and Chester versus the.
Mia's
There's
like, yeah, Chester does need protection. He's a small squirrel.
No, I get the bean.
You should probably go get the bean before Chester does.
Chester, get the bean!
Oh my god, I run at Chester.
I want a versus test between Chester and Venus.
Sure, we'll do it.
What?
Speed or
It's gonna be speed.
Great. Can I have modifiers because I'm not a squirrel?
I'm gonna give Chester disadvantage
Yeah, okay.
because I think he knows
That you don't
we're
actually
playing
want
the
him to-
long
yeah.
con. He's a very smart squirrel.
He got 0 to begin with, so.
Oh,
Oh,
I
right,
just saw
look
the
at that.
8 again and I was like,
I'm sorry,
yeah.
He rolled an 8 on a 6-sided dice. That is how powerful Chester
Yeah,
is.
so Venus, you get this bean, and Chester's like squeaking at it, trying to get it from you too.
I
He's
think I
like,
just like kick him as I go.
Oh no!
Like I see him going for it and I just lose all, like I just kick him out of the way.
yeah, that's fine.
Grab the bean.
Mia goes running. Oh,
You
running
won in the
after
versus,
Chester
Chess.
real quick. Not like this.
And before you can even turn around, I've eaten this gross bean.
Mia's like whips around from Chester and is like, "You ate the bean?"
And I'm sort of like gagging and like, oh my god, that's awful.
Okay. Mia starts chanting. She's like, "Powers above and below." She's like clapping and chanting, "Powers above and below."
Clapping just doesn't seem very ceremonious.
What are you
Clap-
doing
like,
to me?
She's like like doing a beat.
It's like a waltz beat, 3/4, right?
Oh my god.
I have no fucking idea. She's just like, "Powers above and below, get rid of the darkness inside. Powers above and below, get rid of the darkness inside. Powers above and below, get rid of the darkness inside." And then lays her hand on Venus, and holy light sort of envelops him.
Yeah.
And I don't know. GM
And-
decide.
Yeah,
how
no,
you want...
it's cleared. All the 2 traits.
No, I just wanted to stay aggressive.
Those
Nope,
were fun.
You get
but
rid of
no.
all of them.
Oh, that was awful.
That was awful, Venus. What the hell happened to you? I
Do
just had to.
do I remember everything? Like what?
Yeah,
did
you
I-
remember everything, but it seems crazy.
Mia's like, "I just purged you from a dark influence."
Yeah, that was weird.
How the
you,
hell did that even happen?
Yeah.
Oh, let's
You're
see,
still
I was-
holding this disgusting frog body.
I vomit.
You can't vomit up the bean.
I vomit, become addicted, death addicted, and pick up the frog. No, I throw the frog on the ground. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
god. I don't know. I was in a sewer, climbing up to Delfino, and then we had some wine, and then I killed a servant boy in a
Oh,
sauna. That's probably
what?
going to come back to haunt me. Oh boy. Um,
Venus, what? Delfino gave you something.
yeah,
He gave you wine.
We toasted to the marriage that we're having.
What? Okay, we're gonna
Oh,
unpack
that's so
that
progressive.
later.
It's not me and Delfino. Delfino's going to adopt me.
That's so
That's
strange. What
terrifying.
I don't understand.
Did Delfino poison you? Did he give you
I mean,
the?
apparently he poisoned him.
I
He's
don't
the
know why
only one that
Delfino.
makes sense.
Why would he poison me? We had just come to a deal where he would marry Valentina.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
lots to deal with there. So apparently he's just lying to you, which kind of sucks. Um,
Why would Delfino lie to me? I lie to Delfino, not the other way around.
yeah, well, why would Delfino curse you? And
We don't know it was Delfino. It could have
who
been anyone.
else?
It could have been
Come
that
on.
servant boy that I killed. It could have been the other servant that got away.
You mean the one person we think is doing all of the death arts is not the person who poisoned you?
Venus,
You
come
know
on.
that doesn't make any
You're
sense.
smarter than this.
I just don't want to believe it.
I mean, there are other fish in the
Didn't
sea.
we want to get rid of him anyways?
So,
No, I wanted to use him.
well,
Except he wanted to use you by turning you
Oh,
into a
wow.
zombie.
and also think of it like this, Venus. You can use him by helping me to kill him or get him to abdicate the throne, and then you'll be famous.
Let's go, Alphonse.
That's
Are we
so
committing
exciting.
regicide suddenly?
No. We need
No,
to make
because
we need to make a stop first.
well, yeah. Are we gonna do anything about the zombies that are below the school?
No.
The school's taking care of that,
The
as far as I'm
frogs will
aware.
handle them.
Correct. The frogs will handle that from now on.
We've made an impenetrable barrier of croaking.
The croaking
Okay.
wall is what they'll call it.
For centuries, it's kept the zombies at bay.
I mean, all right. What's our stop?
The House of Pleasures.
Well, sure. It would probably make sense to talk to folks in the city guard and the militia too.
No.
We don't have any evidence is the problem.
I mean, I already told those two groups. They're on board. They've seen the notes that I pulled from Bertrand's house.
Mia, you come too. I'm gonna need your great talent.
I mean, I was going to follow either way, so
Okay.
can't get rid of me. I do think it's a good idea to go to the House of Pleasure because I don't think it's a good idea to try and marry your mom to a mass murdering zombie raiser.
Yeah, what would your mom even think about that? I mean, the
Well,
fact
I
that you would
didn't
try to break.
know that he was gonna raise a zombie out of me.
Even so, just like negotiating for someone else's marriage feels really gross.
It's my mother, Alphonse.
It's Valentina because she and I are on the council together.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, who is that? I don't even know.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, you go to the House of Pleasures.
Yes, and I'm
Okay.
not looking for Valentina. I need Victoro.
Okay, sure. You can find him.
Victoro? Brother, I
Yes,
don't ask much from you.
brother.
I need you to come with me.
Why?
Victoro, I have killed 3 people today, and I do not want to add another one to that list. So please just come with us. Don't make us force you to.
I'm shaking my head.
The ugly truth, Victoro, is you're very sick and you're very weak. And I brought you back to life. I would not bring you back to life just to kill you or do something to hurt you. Let's go.
He comes with you.
Perfect. Okay, great. The gang's all together. You're muted.
What an unconventional gang. Mia's just following along. She does have 2 beans in her pocket. Not in her, well, in her hair probably.
Great. So
Violating
you just
so many
use
health
the honey, just stick it
Sticky
right.
and salty.
Ugh.
For emergency use
conditioning.
only.
A leave-in conditioner, yeah.
She needs it.
Can we pull at least a what's the plan here, Venus? Surely not. You're just marching up to the castle.
Why? I have this token to let me get into the castle.
Oh, well, how many
That's
people do you
nifty.
get in safely?
All of us? I don't think it doesn't say admit one.
Well, I was thinking if we could take a few other people.
I don't think guards would be allowed in because they don't really like the city guards.
Well,
This was the
sure,
plan.
no.
This was the plan. We go in, get Delfino to go away somehow. Mia makes Victorio look like Delfino. And then we wing it.
I
And
don't
then
like
we
that
wing
at
it.
all, Venus.
Why?
I mean, because what's the point of making Victoria look like Delfino?
Because one is a death-obsessed murderer and the other is a person.
I can't cast a permanent illusion on him or something.
Well, that's fine. He just needs to make a public appearance and abdicate in favor of Valentina or something. I don't know.
Or probably just die so that, or abdicate himself so that the council just doesn't have this ongoing threat.
What if we can make him out Philip and Bertrand?
That's what I was thinking. If there was a way we could have him, if Bertrand or Philip tried to present him as the king to the council, but then it turned out that Delfino is actually Victorio, it would expose Bertrand and Philip for their machinations.
And all it would take is an extra vote to convince those two that it's time to bring him to the council.
Well, they would have to call a council meeting anyways.
Yeah, which is apparently hard enough to do when they're pre-scheduled. I waited at Mr. Agosto's house all morning to get a glimpse of him.
Why don't you just use the guards to round up the council members and bring them somewhere? I don't know how it works. You're on the council. Can't you just use the sergeant at arms to force them all to attend or something?
I don't think that's how it works. GM, is that how it works?
You could try.
Could we
I
get Bertrand and Philip
really-
to call an emergency meeting somehow? That is what I would think. They were planning, we had the date on those letters said today.
Yeah.
Tell you what, we need to. I'm with you this far, Venus. We need to deal with Delfino, and if that ends in his death, I will let you have Victorio pretend to be Delfino. And
What's the other
we can
option here?
play it by ear. The other option is Delfino actually steps down of his own.
I think
I don't think
leaving
that's going to be an option.
Oh, I don't think that's gonna
maniac who
happen
can
either.
turn people into zombies alive is not a good idea. Or at the very least, not imprisoned.
Sure. Hey, I've heard of this really well guarded place. It's under a mountain. There's a lot of frost.
What are we gonna do? Chain him down there?
Sure.
No. Do you have a dagger, Alphonse? Don't you always carry a
Um,
dagger or something?
I assume I do. I don't know if I have it written.
Aren't you like a blacksmith or something?
No, I was
Some
a
architect.
What kind of city guard
An
doesn't have a
engineer.
engineer. I don't. Wait, hold on. Do I have it written down? Where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? No, I don't.
Can we just buy one?
Yeah, you can buy
Yeah,
one.
sure.
Perfect. Okay, well, I'm gonna stash that dagger on my person, just in case. But let's go to the castle. Victorio, don't speak. You can speak. Just
Yes.
don't say anything dumb.
Okay. Usually that's.
I-
Oh, yeah, okay.
Just, yes. Just don't. Yeah, okay. You're a sweet boy. Don't ruin this. Let's go.
Thank you for your confidence. I'll try.
Sorry for
Should we
poisoning you.
let-
Let's go.
Should
What?
we let anyone know where we're going?
No.
Probably.
Why?
In case something goes very wrong.
You want to just be like, hey, by the way, we're going to go up and off the king?
I mean, I don't think Captain Abby or Captain Lance would be upset if they read that.
Okay, so let's let them read it in the past tense.
Okay. As we walk along, I'm gonna keep my eye out for little Sean.
Okay. You don't see him
Tragic. That's fine.
For once.
for once. He's moving too fast for your eyes to see.
Scurrying about in a different part of the city.
Yeah, vibrating at the wrong.
So you guys,
Venus.
how are you getting into the castle?
I'd present my token to the guards.
Okay.
Oh.
What?
Here's what we say. It's that they just need one more vote to make
Oh my god, you're a vote.
you know. And I could say that it's conditional on, having a place of power or something.
Sure.
Or
yeah,
whatever
they
else.
just need your vote.
Yeah, exactly. But they also know that I'm the one who drew a magical weapon at the headmistress, so.
Ooh, what if you just pretend that I've like charmed you or something? Because they know I'm a very powerful mage and they know you're weak-willed.
Neither of those are exactly true, but Mia, what do you think?
I have no idea.
Mia, involve yourself in this court politics.
I'm
What
just
is-
chopped liver at this point. I was thinking, what if we got Stella to call an emergency council and then accuse them at the council with our evidence?
But the
That-
problem is, half the council thinks that it's Sophia who's, the
Sophia should
headmistress.
be no more.
Well,
So
should be, but I don't know anything about that yet, and neither does the council.
the zombie, the undead Sophia should be no more. And
Wait,
if
who
someone's
took care of that?
the school, theoretically, fingers crossed. If we go into the castle, we're surrounded by enemies.
Mm-hmm.
This seems like a bad idea. Also, they're
Mm-mm.
not
I
going to trust
know-
me.
I know a way out of the castle.
Well, you did
Is it-
find a way in.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say the way you found in is not the way out.
Well, Alphonse can stay. Anyway, we shouldn't be on the run. We're invited guests.
You're an invited guest.
And you are my invited guest.
Yeah, the problem is I don't know that I trust you completely.
Why? I'm not death arted anymore.
That's true.
Now I'm just normal, trustable Venus.
normally
Uh,
untrustworthy Venus. It's true. I
Okay.
mean, let's. Yeah.
Let's
I-
scope out the castle. Who even knows if Bertrand and, well, Philip is probably here, but Bertrand might not be.
He might not be, but I didn't check by his house.
All right. So you're just going in the.
I ran into Bertrand, didn't I?
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't think
Okay,
so.
never mind.
So you're going in the front,
Yeah,
and what are you telling them?
I'm saying I have returned with the guest Delfino has requested, and I give them my token.
Okay, they take it and they kind of look it over. They're like, we were expecting Valentina. And one of them's like, the request must have changed. Don't bother him.
Yes. Don't
Don't bother me.
Like, and then the one kind of like looks you up and down and looks at Alphonse and is like, okay. Moves to the side and opens the gate for you. And gives you back the token too.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go, gang. I know exactly where to go. I don't know where we're going. Okay, let's just find a little area where we can talk.
Mm-hmm.
Now
There's
that
like
we're
a nice
inside.
courtyard
Okay.
outside of the castle.
Okay, so let's go. I think I should go visit Delfino real quick and then by myself.
No?
Why?
In case you get death hearted again?
I'm not gonna drink
Yeah.
anything he gives me.
But so will you be pretending to be Death Hearted?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh god.
Okay.
And what are we doing during this?
You just wait. I don't think it'll take long.
Venus, that sounds like a
Alright.
terrible idea.
Why?
What are you gonna do with Valentino? I mean, Delfino.
Valentina.
What are you going to? I mean,
I'm
Are you
just gonna convince him. I'm just gonna talk to him real quick.
are you lying?
Why would I lie? I've never lied to you in my life.
You've never
Yeah.
lied
Lie
in your
all the
life. You
time.
lied to me
Oh my god,
multiple
is
times.
now the time where you want to debate the semantics of what is truth and what is not?
Let's
Now
all
I
keep
want to know if
lying.
you're actually going to stab him or if you're
Why
just
would
going to
I?
talk to him.
Oh, I mean, that wasn't on the
He
agenda.
was never going to
but-
stab him. Yeah, no. No, Venus, we're all going together.
You don't think Delfino would think that's suspicious?
Wasn't the whole point that you found another vote for the council? Let's go.
Yes.
Why don't the two of you go? I'll watch over Victor or whatever his name is.
He is a competent young man.
He was recovering from an illness.
I mean, you can bring him, just don't enter the room. Just, I guess, wait outside.
Okay. Lead
Perfect.
on.
Okay, we will go to Delfino's room, and then
Okay.
I'll just like stash them to the side.
Those two.
Those two, yeah.
Can you give me
Because Alphonse is not getting separated from you.
perception up to find it again?
Yes.
Nice.
Three
So
for
you
two.
know the way, and there's like a couple of royal guards that you pass by, but you kind of flash them this badge, and they let you continue on, no problem. So you make it to the nice wooden double doors that Delfino's quarters are beyond.
Ooh. Just a second, I want to give myself a trait before we go in.
Okay.
And I want to cast a spell as well.
Oh boy. Okay, well you do yours because I have to look up the trait.
Can I cast the perfect line again, which is a superior blade?
Sure.
Look at what that cost is.
Is that
You just-
3? Yeah.
I think so.
Yep,
Hold
it
on.
is.
Okay. 3, and I've only done it like. What's the number of times you need to do it?
A lot.
7. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. So 3, but it's named. Hey. And I can still spend a persona, right?
Yeah.
Ahead of time?
Ahead of
We're gonna
time.
do that just in case.
Are you going to bring in a magical sword to this supposedly peaceful meeting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All
Face
right.
up 3.
Nice.
We are so good at this game.
We really are.
Yeah. And as I do that, I'm telling Venus, like, just, if the no, never mind. I don't like the idea of me being charmed. I'm in this for my own personal ambition, and you know, makes sense for me to have a sword on.
Yep.
The, yeah.
Oh my god. I'm gonna need some help, guys.
What are you casting?
Actually need help?
I
Alphonse is asking Venus.
well, you know, the trait I want to give myself has a cost of 5
Ah!
out of the bag.
Oh, I would love to help.
So,
Good luck with that one.
Yeah, what are you trying to give yourself then?
deadly precision. You
Ooh.
know, for my negotiation.
Oh God.
Alphonse is John is very confused to help. Big
I
moves
actually
only.
I don't understand what this means though. It says I can use my skill exponent in place of my power when factoring in IMS for weapon under this skill. Huh?
So
Oh, IMS is
I think
it's
like
it's like the damage range. So it'd be like the example explains it, because if you have a B4 power and a B6 throwing skill, and you throw a dagger or something, then you can do damage based on the B6, would do bigger wounds than
is a
B4,
lot
because
more.
usually it's based on power.
Oh, what's my power? My power
You
is
don't have a skill for using weapons is the problem.
That is the problem.
So that trait's not actually useful.
ugh, fine. What? So how do I can't just use a dagger?
I mean, you can.
Yeah, you can. It just
It's
is.
unskilled.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Remember, there's a skill for everything.
Yeah. Ugh. Well, I don't think any of this is gonna help. I'll just give myself advantage.
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
I'll give myself 2 advantage for
On what skill?
dagger.
Yeah, sure. I think knives is the
Knives.
yeah.
But he doesn't have that skill.
You can still have advantage on the check though. It's just being learned.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure.
I would assume you would do it actually for the base skill that it's based off of. You see what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
Or
you're
the base
probably
stat,
right.
sorry.
So knives are agility, or if you want to do throwing, that's a different one.
No.
Knives,
So
Yep.
I would say you would do advantage on agility.
yes.
Advantage
good.
on agility. Okay, so that I'll just call that one. I'll name it.
They all have to be remember they've all got a naming convention. Forget what it was. What's mine is do you remember? Never mind. Okay.
Your life is mine.
I will name this. Help me out, Sean.
Quick fingers? I don't know. Zephyr?
I'll name it Quick Wit, Quicker Fingers.
That fits.
All right, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to give myself advantage 2.
Yes. So it's for one test? One conflict? What do you want?
A conflict.
Okay, it's ob 4.
A conflict.
It's ob 4.
Yeah, ob 4.
Okay. That should be
Do you
fine.
want help?
I mean, sure, you can help me. Yeah, I think I'll be good, but yeah. Famous last words.
Oh, right.
Okay. Let me just cast that. So I 2, right? So help and
Ob 3.
named. I meant modifiers. Too.
Yes, modifiers too.
It's only ob 3.
Yeah. Because it's ob 4. You're right. Thank you.
2 because
2
it's
dice
for
plus
conflict,
1 for conflict.
plus the base 1.
No, advantage 2 dice is up 3.
Oh, okay.
Plus 1 for conflict.
Wow. Should I go for advantage 3? Is that just 4? Would that make it odd 5?
That would make it up 5, yeah.
Do I
It's
want
up
to do
to
that?
you.
I don't think I want to do that.
Do you want to fail?
Now I want to get greedy though. I'll spend a persona.
Okay.
Oh god, and I'll do the 3 advantage.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So it's based on 5 now?
Wait, and if I want to spend a fate, I do that afterwards.
It's also
yes.
named.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
named and
I
help.
named it help
Yeah.
persona.
Yep.
Wait, sorry. Can you walk me through the cost math again?
Yeah, it's ob 4 because it's plus 3 dice advantage effect.
Oh, I was still on trait. Okay,
Yeah.
makes sense. Why I was like, what?
And for the conflict is
And
just
for the
one more.
conflict is 1 more.
Yeah. Okay. This. Oh.
Wow!
Nice.
Okay.
Wow, you did good.
So 8 for 5.
Yep.
But yeah, okay, perfect. So my fingers are just vibrating at the speed of my wit.
Gross.
Gross. Nasty.
Okay,
Right, and you're
Let's
standing
go,
on the outside of
Alphonse.
this door.
I will just enter.
Okay, you go
I'm not
in.
gonna knock for Delfino.
You see Delfino kind of sitting at his little like table and chair setup that he had, and
Yeah.
he's speaking with Bertrand currently.
Yikes! Big yikes! Oh my goodness.
Oh, oh god.
This changes everything.
Delfino, I've returned.
Oh yeah, I was just telling Bertrand about your magnificent plan. Won't you come join us?
The plan has got one step better. Enter, Alphonse.
I've been next to you the whole time.
I have found us another vote.
Bertrand speaks up and he's like, "What makes you think my cousin would vote with me? He's fought me in every moment of his life."
Oh, that's hurtful, Bertrand. Not quite true.
Cover your ears, Alphonse.
Oh, I like turn around and I'm like, like very clearly pretending.
No, you should actually. I should actually do it.
Bertrand, you've known I've always been an ambitious person, so it shouldn't be a surprise to you that I'm here.
I've charmed Alphonse, so I don't think his free will is going to be a problem anymore. Now is not the time to make a stand, Alphonse.
Major obvious side eye. If I can make sure that
Oh god.
no more people of the city are and further my own career at the same time, why not help?
I may have made him ambitious in doing it was a side effect of the whole ordeal, but
That happens. There's side effects to everything. You can't really avoid that, and that's just part of life.
yes.
So.
But you know, icing on the cake, really. Did we interrupt? But
We
what
were
were
just
you two-
discussing this marriage plan that you had proposed. I think it's wonderful, and I can't wait to speak with Valentina.
is this Bertrand?
No, it's Delfina.
Oh. We were actually. I had just spoke to her, and she is preparing as we speak. We figured, why not do it at the coronation? So, Bertrand, you're a high-ranking council member. Could you like summon an emergency meeting or something just to get this underway. I don't want this plan to fall apart as we all dilly-dally around.
Can you give me persuasion?
He can try.
Up 4.
He's not good.
I want as Alphonse to chime in and say all council members are equal to hopefully make it harder on you.
Why would you make it harder? I already can't meet the ob.
I think that does
Great.
give you advantage, though, because Bertrand does not want Alphonse to be more important than him. Or the same importance.
Oh yeah, I might be like, oh, or Alphonse could do it. He's also a high-ranking council
Yeah, so
member,
Bertrand's
isn't
like,
he?
no, let me.
Do you have any
Agreed.
persona left?
One. Oh my god, can I name it?
Can you fork anything in?
Ugly truth.
Yeah. Falsehood? Anything? You're lying,
Falsehood.
technically.
Yeah, falsehood is good.
Oh, nice.
Ugly truth is also good because Alphonse could also call it, theoretically.
Oh wow, perfect.
So two forks plus advantage.
Yeah.
Oh great. So I just need. Oh my god, this is awful.
Do you want to
So
spend
that's
a
a
persona?
+3 on your base.
I don't want to send a persona.
I think you should probably spend it.
You do you, boo.
I helped you when I was trying to harm you, so
I don't know why you're still trying to harm me when we are, you know.
In the middle
Working
of a
together.
terrible assassination attempt.
Alphonse has been taking notes from Mia.
So
about
this is great.
chaos.
Oh,
One
jeez.
to four.
Whoa! Oh, that was really bad. Now you know what I felt like when I rolled that spell roll.
So, you're making this argument, and Bertrand's like, well, I don't think it's necessary to call a meeting now. We already have something in the works for the coronation.
Okay. Well, I hadn't known.
That's all right. You've been gone all morning. So much has happened.
What's all happened? I've only been gone a few hours.
You'll see. It'll be a nice surprise.
Was that from Delfino or Bertrand?
Bertrand.
Bertrand, as I mentioned, part of me being a part of this has to do with, yes, my ambition, but also the people's safety. What's the plan here?
Oh, the people will be safe. Don't worry about that.
Well, you say that, but we also have seen some people very clearly not safe. Starting with, actually, Jenny from down the street.
I'm gonna be pouring wine during this.
Okay. Pour
Please
wine.
don't drink any wine.
Bertrand.
No, I don't drink any.
Bertrand's like, well, there have been sacrifices made in the past, but everyone currently in the city should be safe after this, and none of that shouldn't have to happen anymore.
I'll give Alphonse a glass of wine, pour another, and give Bertrand one.
Mm-hmm.
Just as they're having this argument, and then I'll have. Wait, so I need one. I'll pour Delfino one and myself one. And I'm
Just
not
everyone
drinking
has
it.
wine.
Everyone has wine. Delfino doesn't have his wine yet.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm not drinking it.
And then I'll give Delfino his wine.
Yeah.
And then
He's like, why, thank you, and he drinks it. It's fine.
a toast to the king and a prosperous marriage between
Bertrand
you and.
continues the toast, and
Okay,
yeah,
perfect.
he's like,
And then.
toast to a marvelous wedding this afternoon, and da-da-da-da-da. Yeah.
And then everyone goes to drink.
Yeah.
Great. I don't drink, and I stab Delfino.
What?
As Bertrand and Delfino and maybe Alphonse go to drink, I'm just like, huh? And then I just stab Delfino in the heart or something.
Well, we'll see how well you
What's going
stab.
on?
That was not
So
where I was
what
expecting that to
is
go.
your intent? Just to kill him, straight up?
Outright.
Okay. Great.
Death art me, I'll death you.
I guess I should have known that's what you were going to attempt, but I would have loved more telegraphing that.
Untelegraphed. Let me just get to fight.
Oh, great. Fight.
Okay, to
Joy.
kill. Does he have anything?
Delfino has always been described as very flowing robes.
Yeah, I know. I don't think I haven't actually. He's the one like important person I haven't made a character sheet for, which is hilarious. I think.
What?
Um,
That's not real life.
but I think he's trained in swords. Yeah, I did give him swords, but he doesn't have a sword on him.
He has a sword in him.
More like a dagger. Very
Perhaps.
small sword.
So I think I'll do the same that I did for Mia earlier. He'll defend with purely agility, and then you can roll knives, and then if you like, the more successes over his that you get, the better the result.
Okay. Ugh. Okay.
I think you need. If you beat him by 3, he'll like outright die.
How does that work with me opening the skill? Like, is he
Then
trained in...
he'll roll
defending?
agility,
Okay.
and then you'll double whatever successes he gets, and then you just have to beat that by 3.
Oh, God. Okay, does he have disadvantage because he's currently drinking something? Like, it was...
Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay.
So then we'll subtract 1 from his successes, and then double whatever he has left.
Okay.
I think you double first and then you subtract.
Yeah, that also would make sense.
Because I can't remember. For some reason, I feel like that's something
He's
in the rules.
gonna spend a persona.
Rude.
Who gave him a persona?
Yeah.
So
He's got a deed hiding up his sleeves.
he gets 1 to defend, because double minus 1 is 1.
Wow.
That was lucky.
Oh, wow. Okay, well,
That was very lucky.
that was super lucky. So I just open a skill called what? Knives?
Knives, yeah.
Yes.
And it's based in
Class on
agility.
agility.
Based in agility. And I just roll it like normal.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You're just
You get a
going
plus
pure
3.
attack, and you get +3 for your
Plus-
advantage.
I'm gonna also spend a persona.
Yeah.
It's so like my advantage from the spell, I don't have, it's not like I don't have another advantage because he's distracted. That was accounted for in his roll.
Disadvantage.
Yes.
Okay. Whew. Oh god. So base op is 2? Or
Base
does
op
it
is
Put it in
double?
as 1. And
1,
it'll
and
double
it'll
it.
double automatically.
Okay.
Who
I thought it
penis-
doubled and then it was -1. Didn't you just decide that?
Oh, yeah.
No, it's 1 doubled to 2, minus 1 is 1. And then it'll automatically double because you're learning the skill.
But
Oh,
he doesn't double. I double.
You're right. So it's just base op 1. Like regular.
Gee.
But
But
it'll-
because
but
you're
it'll-
opening it, it's gonna automatically do it.
We'll
as
just
2,
know
so
it's
just
1.
Put it
Okay,
in, and we'll
okay,
know
okay,
it's 1.
okay. Additional complications?
I don't know what that means.
I'm putting -1.
I don't think that's.
Wait.
See if it works. I just thought doubles and then minus is 1.
I have no idea.
We'll see.
Don't do that.
It worked.
It worked. Wow.
Oh my goodness, you actually beat him by 3 too.
What?
You did. Yeah. Wow. 4-1.
Haha.
So you-
Delfino.
Okay.
Dead Fino.
Do you want to describe this?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like the really sad, disappointing scene of Game of Thrones, where
Oh.
like we go in, like
Spoilers.
he drinking. I'm not using names. He's drinking, and then like he just like reacts, and then like we all look down, and he just has like a dagger in his chest,
Uh-huh.
and then he like tries to speak, and I like shush him, and I say, "No, Delfino, I get the last word," and then he dies.
Oh my goodness.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
So Alphonse, what are you doing? What's your
Bean's got stuff
reaction?
done.
My reaction is to basically either block the door behind us or if there's another. Oh shit! What's the exit? Are there any windows?
There's windows, but you're like on the 3rd floor, or maybe 4th floor. Like you're in a castle, in the nicest
Yeah.
room in the castle. So
Yeah, checks out. Is there a bouncy
It's not so
tree?
nice with all the blood on the floor.
Just checking for a friend for bouncy. Buoyant? That might be a fun. You know what? He is going to.
Throw Bertrand out the window.
Oh, good.
Delfino has a fit of rage, throws Bertrand out the window, and mysteriously dies.
No, he's actually going to cross to Bertrand to restrain him.
okay.
Yeah.
That'll be. Are you gonna magically restrain him or just with power?
I think with neither of us is really an option. We'll just do power.
Okay. So it'll be power versus power. Ob 2.
Okay. Oh,
6.
nope.
Yikes.
I have a 6. You know what?
Bait it.
You only YOLO once.
Oh.
Oh.
So you
Oh,
Wow.
you go to restrain him, and he like backs away from you and like picks up a chair or something.
Bertrand, put the chair down. I'm not reaching for the sword. I need you to understand. One, that's not what I thought would happen, but two, that it had to happen.
Make persuasion. Ob 4.
Oh Christ. Okay. Is he letting me like do a small paragraph?
I mean,
Before
he'll listen.
screaming?
He'll listen to you
Okay, because I'll probably
depending
say
on
like
your persuasion roll.
I'll probably say like, you know, things have been the way they are because the people have wanted that and it's been better for them, and we need to respect that. And the fact that it took some sacrifices to get here, even if there are no more to make, like that was wrong and we can't let it keep going. And I'm gonna try
So instead, we
to
resort to murder.
exactly.
Not
Many people
murder.
have Too many
Regicide.
people have died at the hands of royalty.
You
Don't
mean
belittle
fancy
what I've
murder?
done.
Fancy murder.
I think I clumsily was trying to force.
I couldn't hear that. What are you
Is
forking?
Forking in rule of law.
Oh wow! Now
attempting
you're the
either-
I got that one.
Yeah, either history or rule of law.
history's good.
Both or none. Okay.
I feel like you should get an advantage for using his words back on him. He said
Yeah.
we need to make sacrifices, and you were like, well, we just did, so.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Count
Sure.
it.
Yeah.
And he said base up 4.
Base Ob 4.
Cool. Oh
Ah!
No 6s.
And no
Dang.
sixes.
no. Gee. Okay.
So you say this, and like halfway during your speech, he just runs at you with his chair and tries to bash you over the head with it.
Okay. Can I
Ow. So
duck dodge out of the way?
Yeah,
Is there a
so
special word for killing the head of the religious order? Like, instead of
Um,
regicide, do we
This
have
is not.
theocracide?
This is
the
John's
opposite.
uncle. So it's
Cousin.
like.
Cousin.
Oh.
yeah.
He's just older than me.
Oh. Oh. Gross.
Yeah.
So we'll do another bloody versus, John.
Okay.
Um,
And so
I don't think Bertrand has brawl, so he'll just use. I mean, he's not going to be good at this.
Can I like?
I'll be
he
honest.
should also be getting. Well, I don't know if clumsy factors into. Does it?
Alphonse has a sword, a glowing sword.
Yeah, I know.
Of magical force.
Are you gonna kill your cousin?
Well,
Do it.
here's the
Rabble
thing.
rouse.
You're passionate, aren't you?
I and there's also just a smart way to go. But yeah. Does he? Because what he's using is clumsy. Like, oh. Does he roll first or do I?
So you have to declare what your pool split is first. So all
My
of your
pool-
swords skill,
Yeah.
you can split into attack and defense. He's putting all of his into attack.
Mm-hmm.
Can I? What's the skill to like discern if somebody is affected by death art?
It's like sorcery wise or death art wise.
I don't think there really is a good one.
Or
Maybe
observation,
observation.
maybe? Yeah.
I'm training sorcery wise. I don't know. Well, okay. While this is happening, you
Anyway.
can keep doing your thing.
I'm splitting my sword dice, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
How
then
many do you
I
have?
will. I have 4.
Okay.
I will split. How many do I think he has in? I will
I'll
split.
give you an advantage as well because you have a sword and he has a chair.
Yay! In that case, I'll split 4 to defense and to attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so
So he'll roll
how do I do
first.
this?
He got 1,
Oh.
which is half to 1, so you just got 1 for attack.
Okay, cool. And so I'm just rolling these d6s.
Yep.
Cool. So I do 3 to I said 3 to defend, 4. I said 4.
4 to defend, 1 to attack.
So here's my 4.
So you got 2
Oh,
defense.
boy.
Good.
And then here's my attack.
Nice. So you hit.
So a clean little like dip to the side, pull the sword out at the same time, and whack him with this magical throwing line.
And then he is wounded with your sword. What's your power?
My power
Or wait, do you get to use your sorcery instead of power
oh
for
my
damage?
gosh. That's a
think
good
you might.
question. Do we need to use my sword stats at any point? This bloody versus.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. Because
If
I
I
have
can-
those stats pulled up if you need them.
All I have to do is find that weapon table and then I'll be golden. Here it is. Okay, so you have a superior longsword, which
Yes.
has
Yeah,
Oh,
it uses
okay,
your
yeah,
will
yeah.
exponent.
power. What? It uses what?
His sword uses will exponent.
Will exponent. So what's your will?
My will is
Fight is hard.
And add the weapon power from the appropriate conjured weapon.
So it's 3 is the weapon power.
Yeah.
So that's 7.
That's for the M, right? Because I have on my character sheet my IMS numbers.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
That's what I was trying to say
Fight,
earlier.
fight.
I'm glad you all have some idea because I have never opened the fight rules.
So let me find damaging, because I know how ranged weapons work, but I don't know how.
You should have thrown your sword at him.
Yeah. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Okay, weapons to hit and damage. So, what's the deal? The obstacle to hit is whatever.
He needs to
Melee
roll a
weapons.
die, I think.
Do you roll it? I think you only roll it. A player may spend his extra successes with a melee weapon on 2 things: location and damage. The add number tells the player how many extra successes must be allocated to damage in order to go from incidental to marked and marked to superb. So you do an incidental damage.
Oh, you automatically do incidental.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So I
what's your
don't need to roll.
incidental?
Oh,
I?
my I is 4.
Okay, so you do a B4 wound.
Yikes, that's painful.
I don't really have this marked up, but I think that's superficial for him, probably.
It is probably.
Yeah. I think it's probably like
Uh,
that, and then that, or something like that.
So if he's gotta-
So he comes in with this chair, and it's like smashes it on the ground, and you get in a good shot on him. And I have to make steel for him, which I don't have calculated, but we're gonna make it like a 4. I don't know.
We come from hardy stock.
Yeah. So he hesitates for 4 rounds, I think, because his hesitation is 6.
Oof.
So in that time, you can restrain him or whatever you want to do to him. He's basically out of the fight.
Yes.
Stab him through
I
the heart.
would, I guess.
Venus is just watching.
No, I'm like
Um,
I'm like fixing Delfino's hair and like,
Of
adjusting
course.
his clothes.
While the blood is pooling out of his body.
I haven't removed the dagger.
That doesn't mean it's
He
not
did cough- He
bleeding.
probably did cough up blood, so I'm like, what?
Oh.
Are we following basically fight rule?
What?
We're not following fight rules.
Okay, then yeah, I guess I will.
You could straight up just kill him like automatically if you wanted,
But I don't.
I
want
said
to.
throw him
no,
out
I'm
a
gonna
window.
tackle him.
Okay.
I'm gonna tackle him
Yeah,
and try to restrain him.
you can restrain him.
Okay. Venus, rope now, please.
I go to the bed and rip off a bed sheet
Mhm.
and like twirl it up into a rope.
Yeah.
All right.
Here.
Get his. I assume he's struggling, but I'm really trying to keep him too.
Yeah.
So like, let's get his hands taken care of, and then let's get his mouth taken care of.
Okay.
Hands first.
Okay. I've never tied a knot in my life.
That doesn't seem right. The whole thing you just did with the bed sheets there seemed very routine.
He's never tied a knot in his life.
I've
Even in
always
the
been
bedroom.
the one being tied up.
We've only ever seen it done.
I start walking him through the process of tying the tied
What,
Boy
just-
Scout style.
Oh my god. Okay, why don't you just do it?
Just wrap his arms, and then I will deal with the knot. That's
I actually have great agility, so I can just finger my way into that knot. That's so nice.
Gross. Yeah, finger your way into having his arms tied.
Perfect. And then I'll shove something in his mouth. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. So he's
Well, if he's screaming, like if
yeah,
he's screaming,
he
with
will
the-
struggle. So
I think we should
Yeah.
do it before he starts screaming.
Sure, yeah, sure. Do the mouth thing first.
Okay, perfect. So after that, I'll
yeah,
just go to,
you
go
do.
to the
Mia,
door.
outside of the door, you did hear like a chair smash.
I'll just open it and be like, it's time to come in here.
Okay.
Like,
Is everything okay in there?
it went surprisingly well.
It went away.
Is that for both me and our guest?
Just get in here.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Mia comes in
Oh,
and
jeez.
sees the dead body and is like, "What did you do?"
Yeah, that's
I'll close and lock the door after Victoria
Yeah,
gets
yeah. Bertrand,
I don't know what
need to calm
happened.
down.
He just sort of, he fell on it. Bertrand's a wild man and just stabbed Delfino, saying something about the church vows to no king.
Could we frame him?
See, the problem is that is what I was thinking of doing. It just feels so wrong.
I love it. Frame him.
No, Bertrand. Like
No, he's a
I,
bad
I
person.
face Bertrand, and I'm like, Bertrand, like you had to have known what you were doing. Like,
Wait, okay. I am also a good person, and Delfino made me do bad things with Death Art. Do we know Bertrand is not also being made to do bad things with Death Art?
that's a great question.
Why don't you
Bert,
shove a bean in his mouth or in his wound?
or well, sure, let's do that.
We have beans to spare.
We have not many.
Not
I
many.
can't just make beans out of nothing.
Would
Is that exactly what you did?
Venus,
Shut up.
if we had asked you if Delfino had done something to you, we gave you the bean, you have been able to tell us?
Before you gave me the bean?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Then I guess we do have to give him one.
We don't have to do anything, but I will give him the bean.
This is gonna taste really gross, Bertrand, but it might be for your benefit.
She pulls it out of her hair. She kind of blows on it, pulls a couple pieces of hair off. Okay.
Open up!
Goes
I'll
over. She says, I coat it with honey because it goes down easier.
And the salt makes it stick.
And the salt gives a good flavor. Choo-choo! She pulls the gag out, and then just like right when she pulls the gag out, she like stuffs her hand in and then like covers his mouth so he can't spit it out.
Yeah, he tries to spit it out, but you're covering his
She-
mouth, so he can't.
But the
She holds
honey
it.
prevents it.
And then once she sees that he swallowed, she
Yeah.
chants at him again
Yep,
and does the chant.
yep.
Does he seem purified?
He's
Like,
still
glowing
struggling
magical
at
light.
his bonds and stuff. Like
Well,
he
um,
yeah,
Is he still screaming
yeah.
or attempting? Oh, well, okay. Well, as soon as that continues, I've stuffed the gag back in his mouth.
oh yeah.
Yeah, well,
Listen,
I assume
Bertrand.
you did that after he swallowed.
So I think y'all
Yeah.
just wasted one of my beans.
Well, we don't know that. Was there a glowing divine light that said cured?
Not really.
Oh my God! You
No.
forgot the glowing divine light, Mia.
I don't control that.
Mia, did you do the clapping right?
Yes.
It was a
Did
different
you
beat than
do the
before.
stabbing right?
I didn't do
Apparently.
this stabbing. This was all alpha.
It was Bertrand. Bertrand, look.
Bertrand felt so bad about killing Delfino that he stabbed himself.
Oh, he felt so bad he committed suicide. Throw him out the window.
Stop it. That's a backup. But Bertrand, look. There are a few ways we could go about this. And, some people would say maybe you thrown out this window. But I think you can atone for what you've done. And I think you need to calm down and stop screaming. And I think we need to work on a way to get you out of here safely. And to get the council together to defend the town and its inhabitants. Can you calm down?
Can you give me one more persuasion check?
Yes. Oh my God, I need to go back through. So much.
Up 4 again. Because that's how it works.
Oh wait, hold on. Okay, I made that
I
sorcery.
just want
marked-
us to throw him out.
I made. Okay, that doesn't matter.
Actually, I'd also like to throw Sir Philip Gregory out the window if possible.
Yeah. I am just checking. Okay, I don't. Teens, great. Okay. 4. Can I? No. Is there no effect, like the fact that we have a relationship doesn't impact the roll at all?
Isn't it a bad relationship?
It was just a relationship, I think.
Yeah, I think it
minor
was
relationship.
technically neutral.
a bonus for bad relationships,
start
and I
with.
didn't take the bonus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yay! I'll take the mod, even though it'll probably stop it from being a difficult test like I need. Base ob 4. Oh gods. 4v4!
Wow, lucky.
Lucky.
Very cool.
So you present this argument to him and talk to him more like cousin to cousin than you have for a long time, and he eventually becomes quiet and complacent.
Oh.
Bertrand, there has to be a secret way out of here, and we need that way out of here for all of us.
He shrugs. He doesn't know.
Okay. Do you know how often the guards are up near Delfino's room?
He shrugs again, like kind of, I don't know, taps his wrist where clocks are not invented.
You don't have a wrist sundial? Oh my god. Fine.
Why don't we
Stroll on out of here like nothing's even wrong.
No, I think that would be very bad.
I mean,
Mia's gonna start looking to see if Delfino has any of those like death art plants still, or like potions in.
There's
this
like
room.
a kitchenette kind of area, and there are a lot of those.
There,
with
okay,
like
there is a
finished
stockpile.
vials and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
love it. We should probably take some of those and also like bash some on the ground. That way there's proof that this is where we got them.
I mean, I would rather just leave them, and then if we need to get an investigation, then they'll find them here rather than having them find it on us.
So are we trying to frame him?
Frame who?
Bertrand.
No, he said he would come with us.
Mia, as you look at these vials, they're like a dark green color with like weird red swirls in them. Like they're very colorful. But as you're like picking them up to look at them, you can see like the colors just like slowly fading out of them, and they're turning clear.
Oh, his influence is ending. I
mean,
don't know if these
that's-
will even do anything anymore.
Thank God.
So you're meaning the only evidence we have turning into
Well,
non-evidence.
he still has all the plants to make them.
And several zombies, which I hate to say it, but hopefully they're not all taken care of at once.
I
we
say
could.
we forge a note, frame
But
Bertrand,
also,
throw him out a
Bertrand
window.
Bertrand has agreed that he'll tell the truth.
You can't trust him.
I trust my cousin to see the error of his ways and
But
to
I
know
don't.
that- Okay, Venus.
Me
I
neither.
don't trust you either. So what are we gonna do about that? I think as long as he's bound, and Bertrand, I'm sorry, unless you have some good input, we're probably gonna keep you gagged just in case. There's no reason not to have him come along with us.
Why don't we work some magic and make it so that I'm trying to like give him a trait where it's like he understands that what he was doing is wrong, or
Guilty.
Yeah.
Guilt-ridden.
we could just give him suspicious.
No. I don't
Is
like
there one
that.
where it's like
Aura of
Easily-
malevolence.
what's the one that makes you like listen to other people? I feel like one of the
Amenable to
life
other
sub-
options.
Obedient or subservient?
There's got to be one that I feel like one of the life paths gives you something like that.
We could give him seemingly concerned.
What
like,
would that do?
He's like,
Yeah, it
oh,
seems-
I
You could give him broken man.
Oh,
Ooh,
shit.
that
pretty
sounds good.
Or resigned to fate.
Ooh.
Didn't you do that one?
No, I gave resigned to death.
Yeah.
What
It's
does
different.
resigned to fate do?
It's
How
just a
long-
character trait.
Venus, how long are you wanting to make this trait last?
But if you all help me and we go carefully, permanent.
Oh, well, I was gonna say for now we could get him out of here with Man of Few Words.
Hmm.
We could make him a pariah
I
or
say
an
give him
outlaw.
obedient.
I mean,
It's only a character trait.
yeah.
Yeah, but we could also give him murderous.
I don't think we
But
want to make
guys,
him
listen,
more
listen. You could
bad.
give him horse friend.
You know, you're
Have you
not
considered
wrong.
that?
Interesting. Not interested, but yeah.
Or is there one where
Mourner.
it's like
You can make him obsessed with grief.
oh,
It's 3
that
points
seems
though.
morbid. I think obedient. And then we
Oh
get him
no, I think
down
it's
to
an
the
elf
city
one.
with
It's elf
us.
only. Damn.
oh yeah. Is there not one where it's just like you're sad? Can we turn him into an elf and make him have grief?
Depression.
Is melancholy one in here?
Or like I want him to like, be the problem is I want him to think that he did this.
There's no
I
guilty.
mean,
or...
You could do
No, there is.
Never Cry Wolf.
Scapegoat?
I can give him scapegoat.
Yeah.
That feels wrong for some reason, but
Well, if we were framing him.
Or humility. And we could say, listen here, buddy, like you've done some bad things. Or gerbil brain and just be done with him.
I think temporarily that might be a solution. Like I said, make him a
I do like gerbil brain. That's pretty good.
What's it gonna be, guys?
I think
Oh,
we need the
jeez.
first-hand account for the rest of the council to
Of what?
rally
Us
behind.
killing him?
Well, death artsing people and
Do
raising.
you know anything about the death art? This is
Are you
to
asking
Bertrand.
Bertrand? Yeah.
He shakes his head.
Have you seen or do you know about what Delfino does?
He
Like
nods.
shakes his head yes or no.
He shook his head no for like, do you know about it? And yes to have you seen it?
You've seen him raise on.
Yeah.
So you do know something about it.
Let's not split hairs, Venus. That just means that we have and that we should, I think take him down to the council and use this as an excuse to, further drive separation between the city and the nobility.
Or we could just kill him and they don't have any votes anymore.
Stop it. Like, that's not going to help us in the long run. What would your mother say?
I don't know. What do you think, Victorio? Brother who I brought along.
Who just watched us commit murder.
Yeah. He's just kind of, he stands there kind of like shaking his head and he's like, I don't know anything about this. It seems like
Okay.
We could still go back to the original plan. Make him look like Delfino and abdicate.
Well, we could make him seem like Delfino to just get us out of the castle.
I
With
mean, we can
Bertrand.
probably leave the castle. With Bertrand. That might be the problem.
Yeah.
The problem is we have Bertrand who saw us. Well, I didn't murder anyone, but saw someone murder someone.
You
So
could
either we need him on our side, we need to get him out the way, or I mean, those are the two options.
I mean, I trust him. Right?
Which blows my mind.
After everything he's done, you trust him.
I go to remove his gag, and if he gets too loud, I'm absolutely stuffing it back in and tossing him out the window. But I tell him I'm trusting you to explain why you're good to bring along. And I pull the gag out. His silence speaks volume.
His silence means he's guilty.
Well, yeah, but I think the more he helps us out and the city out, the less likely he is to wind up in the worst parts of afterlife.
Is he bleeding out, by the way?
Bertrand? No.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh.
superficial wound.
Oh. You could turn him into a frog, and then we could just put him in our pocket.
It's a very hard spell.
Yeah, after hearing how that turned out this morning, I'm not super inclined to see it firsthand.
Who would not believe Delfino died under a waterfall of frogs?
I'll turn
Until they
Delphino's
find
dead
the-
body into a frog.
Oh, perfect. Actually, not
Corpses
bad.
don't have a fort test.
Why don't we just throw his body out the window?
Because it has a stab wound.
That doesn't matter. We'll
On
be
top
out of
of
here
all
by
the
now.
attention it'll gain,
Exactly. We'll be going the other direction.
who would have thrown him?
Yeah.
Doesn't
You need
matter.
another party involved.
We were
will
just seen
fake
coming
a
to
note.
visit Delfino. All the guards saw us coming to visit Delfino.
I think we just need to get out of here. Go down and gather the council as ASAP as possible. Give Bertrand a chance to tell them everything he has seen, and
Is death allowed in your religion, or what it is you do?
Gosh.
he's the head priest for all of the temples.
I'm talking to you. Like, is death allowed in your?
You're talking to Alphonse?
Yeah.
No,
We
death
all
is
follow the
frowned
same
upon.
polytheistic religion, and no.
So Bertrand.
Committed heresy, or willingly allowed heresy to happen. Yes.
So I think that he should
allow
probably have to atone for that in front of it is what he'll do.
Since he did it, I'm of the opinion that that's not for me to sort out, but a council of his peers or the gods, not us four.
My two favorite institutions.
Okay.
Interesting. Well, Bertrand,
We need to get out of the castle. I'm done. Alphonse,
What-
you're making a big mistake. That's all I'm gonna tell you. But we'll leave him alive for now.
Bertrand, what oath can you swear to me that will convince? What oath can you swear to all of us that will convince us of your trustworthiness?
I don't think I haven't. I can swear on the church, but I don't
You
think that.
willingly committed heresy.
Why don't you just make Victoria look like Delfino, and then we'll walk out of here? Like, this man has betrayed me. I'm taking him to the council. Bah, bah, I'm dumb. And then we will just hope that no one finds his body. We'll put it in the bed like he's sleeping. I know exactly what he looks like when he sleeps.
What's the plan, guys?
I can cast an illusion on Vittoria to get us out of here, but this hasn't solved any problems.
Why not?
I mean, okay, Mia's gonna cast an illusion on Vittoria to make him look like Delfino.
Okay.
Delfino's not the king. He's just some practitioner of death art that has been. And he poisoned me.
I
It was
mean,
in
apparently he's the prince.
It was in self-defense.
How many people do you want to affect?
That's
the
the problem.
city, the entire city.
The ocean?
Just turn Bertrand.
The ocean. I love that. That's an option.
Can you not just turn Bertrand into a frog or something, and then we'll go. I can help you with that.
Yeah, it has to be
Or
against a victim is the problem.
give him the obedient trait, and
If
we
I
have
did a
some
crowd,
guarantee.
it would be extra ob 4.
Yeah, I'll give him obedient. Help me out, Alphonse.
Okay.
Okay, so obedience gonna be
It's 1, then it's 2 because it's a
ob
curse.
4, I think. Right? It's 1, and then it's 2 because it's a curse, which is 3. And then it's single target, which makes it 4.
Okay.
And then it's just to get out, right? So 1
Yeah.
test.
Yeah. So ob 4.
Yeah.
And then you can help me out. Let's do this carefully.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. And I will name it.
What I say is law.
Oh my god.
Better than what I was gonna go with, which was sit, boy, sit.
No. Well, yes. We'll go with what Sean said. Oh, and then Alphonse is helping. Wow, this is overkill.
Yes,
Famous
but it's
last
worth.
words.
Yeah, famous last words in this game.
Base op 4.
Yes. Nice.
Oh my god. 7 to 4.
Super
Obscene.
obedient.
So he is obedient, and I say, Bertrand, you will tell the guards none of this, and you will just help us get out of the castle.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I like that.
I hate all
New
of this.
favorite trait. Cool. Good.
Okay, well, let's untie him
Mm-hmm.
and ungag him. And what do we do with this? I'll put Delfino in his bed.
Okay.
I think Bertrand, have you seen a lock to this room? Surely the prince demands privacy.
There's a lock on the inside.
Like a key to it too?
Probably.
I assume he doesn't leave everything up.
No, that's probably true. There probably is a key.
I'll hunt for it, even if it means going through the dead man.
Okay. You can find it. It's not too hard to find. It's like
Cool.
laying on one of the cabinets or something. Maybe the bedside
Okay.
table.
Perfect.
Let's go. And we don't need to change Victoria. We just tell anyone we run into that we've checked the council.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is
Perfect.
true.
And you'll probably resign from said council, Bertrand. Don't you think that you doing all of this heresy and being a bad person is probably not
Yeah,
good?
that does seem appropriate. Yes.
I mean, and you get to live, so.
That's
I
true.
mean,
That's
you get to consent to whatever the council. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm very happy with this outcome. Let's go to the council. I
Mia
love
is
those.
very not happy.
Mia's not happy?
Mia is not happy.
Why, Mia?
But she's following along.
I think, yeah, at that point we get Captain Abby and Lance and then try to gather the rest. Like, the
Yeah.
only person who's actually hard to get to is Philip and
We don't want him
Sir
anyway.
Osmont.
Yeah.
And we don't want Sir Philip, actually.
Yeah. So
We have a quorum.
yeah, you're able to gather the council meeting. I think Bertrand had already set up something, so everybody's like cleared their calendars. I think this is pretty much the end of the story, but I want each of you, like, whatever happens in like the meeting with the council or the next week or the next month, if you want to just talk for like however long you want about what happens with your character and what they do and where they go and like what the future holds, that would be awesome. So whoever wants to start, whoever has ideas, can go.
I think Mia I guess so. The council meeting basically just we're saying it exposes the whole situation, and
It
Bertrand.
depends whatever your goal is, yeah. Assume everything goes well unless you don't want it to.
Right. Um. Yeah, I guess Mia maybe stays at the school for a little bit, tries to talk to her sister, but I think unless Venus or Alphonse try and make her stay, she just leaves.
I think Alphonse does.
I
I
think
mean,
I think she returns to the forest. Maybe she'll keep in touch or she'll visit, but
I think what
unless
Alphonse,
you make something compelling.
yeah, I think what Alphonse does actually is shows a kind of forested area that's not a park, but definitely woods right next to the city where normally would be cleared off. I'm like, this is a really nice area, and I come out here maybe once a moon, maybe every other moon.
she's not an animal. You can't just put her in a pasture.
Mia's like,
I'm just,
Alphonse, this is
I'm,
not my forest. This is
uh,
not my home.
I know, but I do think you should stay close to the magic. Maybe some element of chaos there is good.
I think, yeah, I think she says the city is safe as far as I can tell, and that's the only reason I came here.
Well,
Stella, August, you, even Venus taught me things, but you also taught me that I don't belong in this city. I don't understand how you people work. I don't understand all these rules. I don't fit in, and I'm not happy there.
well, you have to do what makes you happy. Good luck.
And Mia rides off into the sunset
On a horse-sized.
on a horse-sized squirrel. Actually, she just turns herself into a horse. Starts galloping away.
Chester rides you off into the
Chester
sunset.
rides
I love it.
Mia off into the sunset. That's perfect.
Awesome.
She still has her one bean.
I do.
Mm.
Oh no. She gives it to someone. Which of you wants to be the lucky recipient?
I've already had one.
All right. Alphonse,
Yeah,
when we have that heart to heart, Venus takes out one bean
Venus?
left.
Mia.
I mean Mia, I don't know why I can't get it right
I've
today.
been Mia the whole time.
Mia takes out one bean, one hairy white honey covered salt coated bean, gives it to you and says, "Something to remember me by, Alphonse." Drops it in your hand and then turns into a horse and rides away with Chester.
That's brilliant. I love it. He definitely picks out a piece of paper to fold it into before putting it back in his pocket. What an exit.
Yeah.
So I think Venus, after this whole shebang, it's sort of known that he was the one who killed Delfino. And it's not like he's not in trouble for it, but it's definitely like a black aura over him. Like people know he's the one who killed it, and it just sort of follows him. So I think after a while, he just sort of makes up with Victoro, and he's always like, "You should have seen how Mother was when you were down. Like, it was awful. You mean a lot to her, um, and I don't want to get in the way of what you have." And so I say goodbye to him. I don't say goodbye to Valentina because that would be too hard. And then I go to Ezra, and I'm just like, Ezra, I want to go away for some time, and I would like it if you would come with me.
He comes. Yeah, he'll come with you.
Perfect. Well, with my 6 magic, we're doing good. Um, I think I have some money from some stuff, and we just like get on a boat and go somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
We just sort of disappear.
Wow. Okay. Outside of, getting a replacement for Bertrand and um working on insulating the city from the nobility, I think Alphonse just continues to do classes and like he definitely skips class a lot more now than he used to.
He's
Uh,
learned so much.
and he'll like hang out under the tree that was Mia's home
This is what I will
and
say. Wandering around the school, every now and then you see a black cat slinking around.
dope. I
Very
have
rarely.
nothing nice to do for that cat. Like I'm trying to come up with a
Nope.
um
You just see her at the edge of your vision.
And every once in a while, you'll see an empty chair in class, and it just makes.
I probably like find a bowl to leave food at the tree sometimes. Um and yeah, gosh, what Logan did with Venus kind of undercut what I was going to do. Because I was going to go to Valentina and say, hey, Venus did an amazing job, and I don't know how it works for the maiden, but he would make an excellent um, male maid vote council.
Yeah, she doesn't even know I left. You could still tell her that, and she could try and find me.
Oh, sure,
Yeah.
yeah, like that conversation absolutely happens. Um, and that's about it for the nearest year, however long he has left at
Yeah.
school.
I think you tell Valentina that, and then someday you see her like just in the town, kind of just weeping through the streets, like very distraught about something.
Hmm. And I would, at that point, I assume I would try to find out what's wrong and help
Yeah.
however I can, which, um,
With
I think
the
that's,
great personal skills that Alphonse
I
has.
know. He worked on persuasion this whole game. But I
True.
think otherwise the only thing Alphonse does besides school is really works on cementing his role as someone on the council, not just a temporary thing.
Nice.
And
Would
that's that.
would Alphonse not be the person in charge of the school? He wouldn't want that. Or not the
I figured
school,
that.
the church. Sorry.
Oh, okay. If sure, let's have this branch happen. So if we threw back to like episode 1 or 2, Alphonse was kind of culty about what religion he was following, and so I think he. Oh,
You said you
I
didn't really follow the
didn't really
gods.
do that, and so I think no, he wouldn't go for that. He would try to be city guard or something.
Yeah. Okay.
I just want it to be known that Venus and Mia got the F out of that city because we both know what dark trouble is brewing under Mount Magic School. Those frogs are gonna
Those
explode the city,
frogs.
and you want to be as far away from that as you can.
Uh,
They're still growing. They're still coming down. It's like a portal to the plane of frog.
I think
the mountain is slowly crumbling, and it's because it's turning into frogs. one frog at a time.
I think the final scene we leave on is just like a bunch of professors leaving that cave, like with like just goo and gunk and like all this stuff stuck to them, and like Franck like rushes out and like catches his breath. He's like, so many frogs. And that's where we'll call this campaign.
Who would have thought that would be the end?
What a twist ending. Yeah, that's not what I was expecting at all. Whew. Jeez.
Yeah. Good game, guys.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. We're dysfunctional AF.
That's okay.
Mhm.
Finale
up.
part 5 being the and final finale.
We did it. So, in order to, I think we've talked about this before, but in order to kind of wrap up Burning Wheel as a system that we've played, we'll do like a systems check on it and talk about what we liked and what we didn't like, and what we'll do trait vote at the beginning of that. So whenever we schedule that for, just think about what kind of traits you want, like that you think the other characters embodied during the campaign as a whole, and we'll chat about that for maybe 10 or 15 minutes before we talk about Burning Wheel as a system. But we'll announce when that is on Twitter, hopefully sooner rather than later. And then I think we'll be back next week for Dawn of Worlds, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll
Yes.
post that all on Twitter as well. Otherwise, do you guys have any final thoughts? No?
No.
Not really. Yeah. I mean, we don't want to do Artha or anything, do we? Because we
No,
probably
we
won't
don't
be
need
coming
to.
back. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that deed.
Yep. No
going
deeds for
on the
us.
set.
I put it there. You have it?
Yeah, she did.
Oh, you did add it in. I didn't notice.
Yeah, you got it. I wanted to put it on the screen at least once.
Yeah. So we can at least see that
Yeah.
sweet token.
It is pretty cool.
Oh,
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. And we'll keep everybody updated on Twitter with everything coming up, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.